Welcome to the new sound of online radio. Welcome to the sound of Universal Broadcasting Network. A mix of today's hits and hard-to-find favorites, combined with the most entertaining and intriguing talk anywhere. This is your sound. This is the sound of Universal Broadcasting Network at ubnradio.com.
Hi, welcome to Mostly Sports here at ubnradio.com. My headset is acting a little funny right now. There we go. We're back to normal. But you don't need a headset because I am here in the studio all by myself. I am live on Periscope right now at Mike Scavati. That's Scovotti. So jump onto that broadcast. Right now there's only a couple people in there. If you have any questions you want, I know we have people want to call up all the time, say they want to call up all the time, but then get a little bashful. They don't even write us any questions on Twitter, but we want to hear from you, and Periscope is the best way to do that because I don't know who you are, and there's no face to it except Jordan's picture. You're up on the screen for some reason right there. All right, so we have a lot of sports stuff to talk about, but to be honest, nobody cares about sports tonight for the one time of the year, or one time every 4 years because, everybody's watching CNN, NBC News, Fox News, whatever it may be, not because this is just an election, because Donald Trump is apparently winning this election right now, and at this point is projected to win as the numbers are coming in from Arizona, which he has a pretty strong hold on. I am not a politician by any means. I don't like politics. Jay and I always do a disclaimer every time we're about to talk about politics saying, we are two guys who don't know shit about politics, so don't get offended by anything we say. If you disagree with us, we don't care because we don't know what the hell we're talking about. And our views could change week to week because we don't know what the hell we're talking about. We know about sports, pretty much all sports except hockey. We're going to have Jack Baker come in a little bit, an ex-Boston U player, played minor league hockey for a little bit to try and convince two guys who love sports why we should be watching hockey. But anyway, we are in this election right now, and just to take it down to our level a little bit, or up to our level, when I got here to the studio a half hour, 45 minutes ago, Donald Trump was plus 400 to win this election. He's been in that area pretty much the entire time, plus 400, okay? Now, with the new developments coming in Florida and, Georgia, Virginia, Carolina, Donald Trump is now minus 260 to win, and Hillary Clinton is plus 200. You used to have to put down $700 to win 100 for Hillary. Now you bet 100, you're going to win 200 on Hillary. So we're going to be bringing you up to date on that, not with numbers and all that stuff, with what Vegas is doing. Now down to 275. So
Vegas don't lie, brother.
His lead is creeping.
I'm here.
We got a new guest in here right now.
I'm a guest now. I'm a fucking guest.
What's happening?
Nothing, dude.
Welcome.
I dropped an F-bomb early because of the 2 hours of traffic it took to get here. I'm sure you covered it.
There we go.
People are out and about, man. People are out, and they're crazy, and I'm scared for my life driving home tonight. I don't even know which way I'm going to take home if Trump wins this thing.
If it's going to be interesting. I'm very curious to get home onto the TV because there's a lot of people, a lot of celebrities that we haven't heard from in a little bit who said they will absolutely leave this country.
No, they won't.
If Trump wins,
dude. I'll drive Clooney to the airport, dude. I will drive him to the airport.
Trump is minus 275.
That's absurd.
That's insane.
Vegas doesn't fuck around unless Vegas is just trying to. I don't even know. Nobody's gonna lay minus 275. I would honestly just throw a ton of dough on Clinton right now.
I threw a little bit when Trump was plus 400.
On Trump or Clinton?
On Trump.
You bet. You voted for Clinton today, though.
I did.
So you put your money where your no, you didn't put your money where your mouth was.
Well, because I was sitting in a bar and I feel like, as good as Vegas is and the site that I'm on, Bovada, as good as they are at staying up to date with the live lines, I saw something come out for Florida, and I'm watching the line move, and it didn't move at all. I said, this is huge for Trump. This could be ginormous, so I kind of got the bet in before the line moved. We'll see. Dude, minus 275.
Minus 275 is out of control.
That's nuts. That is nuts.
What are any other prop bets out there?
Yeah, they took them all down. It was basically what time... what percentage of votes for each state, which is tough to do because you got this Gary Johnson guy hanging around.
Yeah.
What time that CNN was going to call the winner, 11:15 East Coast, which, judging by the way things are going right now,
For the overall
opposite-
election?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Over is a lock.
Got to be over. But judging by the way this is going right now, Trump at minus 280, he might have this thing wrapped up by 8:15 Pacific time, 11:15 East Coast.
Because he's not going to win. He's not going to win Pennsylvania, sadly. Not sadly, but like whatever. Again, I'm not going to
minus 300.
What size, but he's probably not going to win Pennsylvania.
I'm going to keep throwing these numbers out the whole time. I already gave the disclaimer. We don't know what the hell we're talking about. When it comes to Vegas, I'm glad we have a Vegas thing here to tie this in.
Yeah.
Because he's now minus 300. That is an overwhelming favorite to win
Oh my God,
right now.
dude. I just walked in. Tony is beside himself.
I've never seen him that quiet. He's normally so excited to see
so
us.
depressed.
He's so upbeat, like so happy. He was just sitting here. He goes, "Hi, Mike. You believe this shit?"
He's like, I need a drink. Well, Jackie's
my
coming. I
God.
think Jackie's going to bring some cocktails in for us.
Jackie's on her way. That's good. Yeah, I'm looking. It looks like he's pulling ahead in Florida. Holy crap. Anyway, I gave the disclaimer. We got a lot to talk about. We'll obviously give you election updates if you're not glued to a TV already. And by the time you're listening to this on YouTube, Facebook, whatever it may be, then the election will already be over.
Yeah.
So congrats or my condolences, depending on which one. So we'll talk about a little bit about election stuff.
The sun will rise
The
tomorrow.
funny
boys
part
and
in
girls.
California was the two
Sun will
props.
rise.
We'll call them, the two props.
Yeah.
That were getting the most play. I don't know. You didn't vote today, right?
No.
The two props that were getting the most play were legalizing marijuana in California, and the other one. This is funny. I don't know if you know. this one.
Condoms for porn stars.
Condoms for porn stars.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah.
What'd you vote for?
I don't want them to wear condoms.
No, absolutely not.
No.
I mean, ISIS is won if our porn
Yeah,
stars are wearing
exactly.
condoms. All right, then what are we even living for?
I already got to put my feet on the floor with thousands of other dirty people walking through the airport. I'm not. You don't want to watch porn with guys with condoms on.
Where did you vote today?
Santa Monica.
Well, like
11.
where? Like what kind of like
It was a
Walmart?
church,
A
like,
church.
like room kind of thing, just a regular big old
long
room.
lines?
Not that bad. Not that bad. They had people walking around finding out where we live so that we couldn't go to the appropriate lines. And I was in the short room, which was nice.
Okay.
Really nice. Yeah, quite a scene. It's you know, what are you gonna do? Social media is loaded with "I voted" stickers. People yelling at other people to go vote. We live in California. I don't want to say our vote doesn't matter, but it's a blue state.
Yeah.
It's going to be a blue state. You know, what are you going to do? So I guess, kind of our vote doesn't matter. Say that however you want. Take it however you want. What's funny about this whole thing is I just kind of found it weird how, 8 years ago, we elected the first black president. Big deal. Yeah? Very big deal.
Huge.
Now, 8 years later, we're electing the first female president, whom I thought was going to win. And we didn't hear much about it until today. A lot of people going to Susan B. Anthony's grave, and just a lot of voting for the first female president is a huge deal. Even getting her as the primary runner on the ticket was a big deal, and we didn't hear much about it until today.
It's all a bunch of fucking bullshit. If you want me to be totally honest with you, we're voting for the president of the United States. There's only one of these people. This isn't like some affirmative action where I agree with all that stuff. Like in the NFL where they have to interview a certain number of minority coaches.
Is that the Rooney Rule?
The Rooney Rule. I'm pro all of that stuff because there's 30 of those jobs.
Right.
All right. There's only one of these jobs. I don't care if Peter Dinklage was running for fucking president. If he was a great candidate, I'm all for it. If it's a woman, I'm all for it. If it's, I don't care. It's not that important to me to have a certain, somebody from a certain gender or a certain race or a certain.
Right.
I just want to have the right fucking person in there that's fantastic. That's all. There's only one of them.
See,
So
that's
the fact that
beautiful
she's a woman
because
has
it's so simple.
nothing to do with it. I mean,
Right.
It's absurd that people would vote for her just because she's a woman. I don't.
Oh no! I don't think. I don't know if
But
people are
that's
necessarily
happened.
doing that.
Oh,
I mean, the
people
way you
are doing
stated
that,
it,
Mike. People are definitely doing that, Mike.
the way you stated that was the way. No, this absolutely not. This election is that one outlier for that. People are voting for her just to not vote for Trump. People hate Trump
That
so
people are voting
much.
for many reasons, but people are definitely voting for her because she's a woman.
But the general consensus I got talking to people in line after and all that stuff, it was just kind of like, yeah, I voted. I don't like anybody, but yeah, I voted because I have to. But that kind of goes against everything that this country stands for. You can do whatever the hell you want, pretty much. Interesting. Let's see. Florida numbers.
Are we going to talk sports, or are we sticking with straight election?
No, we're going to
stuff?
talk. I'm going to keep bringing these, Clinton still plus 240, Donald Trump minus 300. All right, so sports. Here we go. We got a lot. NFL, Cowboys rolling, Minnesota's dying. But first, let's talk about that Richard Sherman play to end the first half last night in the very exciting final few seconds of the first half of Monday Night Football between the Seahawks and the Bills. Did you watch it?
I did not. I was at the movie theaters. I went to see the movie Inferno.
Okay.
I was following the NBA games on my phone in the theater. But no, I didn't watch it. It was very high scoring, apparently. But I saw the highlights. I saw the play. We talked about it this morning. But hey, news flash. Some people get breaks in life and other people don't. Richard Sherman has a big name. He gets the benefit of the doubt more than other people do. It's like we talked about earlier. Barry Bonds wouldn't swing at a pitch, and ump was scared to call a strike because they figured he didn't swing. It can't be a strike.
Right, because he has such a good eye.
Sherman got away with it against Kelvin Benjamin in week, 2, 3, 4. I forget what it was against Carolina. Obvious pass interference, not called because it's Sherman.
Right.
Gets away with it again. I mean, that's just the nature of the beast.
And a few different things when they played, Atlanta earlier, some stuff with Julio Jones, which wasn't that big of a deal. What was fascinating here is whether or not he got away with it. It was just like quicksand for these referees. They screwed up that call. However you want to think about that. But then it was pretty much 100% their fault that the delay of game got called because they had to wait for what Rex Ryan is calling the K ball, the kicking ball. Get out. The ref didn't place the ball and move back from the line of scrimmage, so there were 5 seconds left on the play clock. Okay, so they had to spike the ball, get the kicker back in, which is absurd that they had the kicker come out for a game, but those are the rules. And then he came in, knuckleballed it out. Pretty exciting. I mean, good stuff to talk about today. Obviously,
hell of a
sports
game.
Radio, a lot of stuff. Great game.
For all
Fantastic game.
all the clunkers that have been going on
Monday and Thursday.
Thursday, Mondays, like Buffalo at Seattle. Just felt like a total dog game. That's why I went to the movie theater.
Yeah.
And then to see points scored that quickly.
They were talking to firing Rex Ryan after week 3 or week 4. He was 1-3.
If I'm a Seattle fan, I'm equal parts happy and upset. I'm like, wow, we actually have an offense. Granted, Buffalo is not exactly the 85 Bears, but they look good offensively. They finally got Jimmy Graham involved. But defensive,
he was awesome.
Yeah, fantastic. He looked Jimmy Graham of old, right?
Yeah.
But then you have their defense getting torched by Tyrod Taylor and Mike Gillislee and, Marquise Goodwin. I don't even know. I mean, it was just a bunch of nobodies. Yeah. Whereas, that game 3 years ago was a 17-3 game that Seattle would have won.
A Rex Ryan defense is always going to be, top 10, 12, sometimes even higher. That got the Jets to the championship game, with Sanchez at the helm at quarter. Trump is now minus 400.
Holy shit.
But we're locked. We cannot bet right now. Minus 4. He went from plus 400 to minus 400. Just ridiculous. To put that into perspective for those of you who don't listen, that never happens in a sporting event. To go from plus 400 to minus 400, that kind of swing, it doesn't matter if Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski get hurt before the game. That line will not move that much. Unbelievable. Even if Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen are ruled out of a game, it's not going to be that much.
Your boy Sam Bradford coming back down to earth. That Minnesota team is way overrated.
Overrated.
Way overrated. They were just admit it. It's okay. You don't always have to be right, Mike. I admit when I'm wrong sometimes.
I will say,
Everybody
since I went nuts for them, they're 0-3. Okay? They've lost half of their offensive line. Okay.
I don't care that they've lost players.
Okay.
They've tanked.
Hold on. But you want to blame this on Bradford.
Dallas, I'm not blaming it on Bradford. I'm just saying the whole team was overrated. My whole thesis from the jump street was Sam Bradford is a game manager at best. So if you have a great defense, all right, Sam Bradford at his absolute best isn't going to lose you any games. He's never going to win you a game. Well, now that their defense has come back down to earth, they don't really have any skill position offensive players. Sam Bradford is just a nothing player who now is concussed, and I guarantee will not finish the season, which was my whole point 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
One that I'm shocked he's still playing in the season.
Yeah.
To be honest. But, and I'll throw this out there, and this number reflects partially on the defense and partially on the quarterback. Their plus-minus differential in games is number 1 in the NFL. Okay, that means Bradford is not giving the ball away. Okay, when you're completing 79% of your passes, which is an outrageous number, you're always going to give your chance a team to be in the game, especially with the defense like that. It's just that a lot of those ancillary parts are falling apart.
Ancillary,
whether it's
nice work. That's an election word.
Thank you.
It's sharp, dude.
When your offensive line goes, your offensive coordinator ups and quits. Yeah, it's I know, I understand what you're getting to, point A to point B, but it's not Bradford's
Injuries
fault right
happen to everybody. You can't just so one team loses and it's like that's the excuse. No, Dallas lost their quarterback and their best wide receiver for the quarterback the whole season and the receiver for half their games, and they have one loss and they're rolling. They're probably co-Super Bowl favorites with with New England right now.
Yeah, I would put
they
them
have
there.
plenty of injuries. That
Could you imagine that Super Bowl? Dallas, New England?
Oh, my God. The
That'd be
NFL, Roger
fantastic.
Goodell licking his chops, man.
Going back real quick to talk to that Sherman play, did you happen to read the tweet from Matt Carpenter's wife?
Oh, I read something about it. What she like was
So she grew up on a farm, apparently.
Okay.
And she tweeted shortly after, excuse me.
Jarvis, you don't need to put up a Sam Bradford Eagles picture, by the way. All right, just twisting the knife. All right, I don't just get his stink off my team. We're struggling enough as it is.
I don't know why we had hot coffee. I'm sweating my balls off.
It's a little hot. I wore a sweater trying to be a gentleman on election night.
God, and you were sweating to get in here, so you must be drenched. Anyway, I don't know how do you say her name? Kayla Carpenter, Matt Carpenter's wife, the kicker who got hit by Sherman yesterday, tweeted out. He knows what we do on your. Sorry, excuse me. You know what we do on the farm when a male can't control his rage, and she put up a picture, what I called a nut cutter, but it's a castrator, to cut cows' balls off.
Nice.
Wow, that's aggressive.
Hey, man.
Good for her. A kicker's wife.
This is a big country, man.
Good
There's
for
a
her.
lot of different people out there with different ideas of how the world should be, and they should all be embraced. And on the farm, that's how they roll. Who am I to tell people on the farm what they should do and don't do?
I
They
agree.
give me beautiful corn. Give me beautiful lettuce to eat. Keep farming, people. Keep doing what you do.
We got the avocado. We got an avocado shortage here. All right, so we're still at minus 400, but Bovada has locked the numbers right now. I don't know why. And then in the hashtag, she put, act like an animal, get treated like one. Nice long hashtag there. All right, Cowboys keep rolling. I don't see how this is an issue. And you said it a while ago when they were, 2-1 or 3-1. You said, you don't have to make any decisions yet. We said Romo's not coming back for a long time. Now he's getting close. And what's funny is the closer he's getting to coming back, the less of a topic this has become. A couple weeks ago, that's all anybody was talking about. What do you do when Romo comes back? So, all right, well, we got plenty of time. Now that Romo's close, it's like, all right, we don't play him. That's it. I know Jerry Jones guaranteed him his job back, but
I think that conversation's gone.
It's
I
done.
Honestly, I don't think it's even it's not even in news. Dak can even lose a game, if he wants to at this point. They're not changing it. And they shouldn't. It's funny if you listen to Bill Simmons and Cousin Sal do their Monday podcast where they guess the lines.
Yeah.
Cousin Sal's a huge Cowboy fan, huge. I've been listening to this podcast. Those guys have done for 5 years. He's actually I think there's a certain segment of Cowboy fans that aren't even enjoying the season because they're Romo fans. He named he gave his son the middle name Romo. That's how much he loves Romo. Mm-hmm. So every week on this podcast, he's just kind of miserable about it. Bill will be like, "Oh, your team won again." He's like, "Yeah, I can't even enjoy it." He's like, "Everywhere I go, people are like, Dak, Dak, Dak," and he's like, and he does have a point. He's like, "What is Romo gonna miss these throws with these guys wide open? Probably not."
how old is he?
Who, Dak or Romo?
No. What was you talking, Cousin Sal?
Cousin Sal.
He's
40?
40-something?
40-something, yeah.
That's funny because I was listening a little while back to, when we grew up, it was one team, period, okay? Whether or not it was Jeter or Chuck Knobloch, Scott Brocious, or any of, Mike Schmidt, whoever it may have been for you.
Schmidt.
Whether they came or went, you were still going to be a Phillies fan.
Mm-hmm.
These kids nowadays, and this has happened because of the marketing and the media and the 24-hour news cycle, Twitter, people aren't Warriors fans now. They're Steph fans. They're not Oklahoma City fans. They were Durant fans.
I blame the leagues for that, though. I don't blame millennials for that. That's the one thing I won't blame millennials for. The moving around is just so absurd at this point that it's hard to really dig in and become loyal to a guy when you know that, he's probably going to leave in 3 or 4 years.
And free agency and the salary cap goes up and all that. Yeah.
It's 15 years ago, guys just stayed put.
They stayed. And that was it.
So
I never had to worry about Patrick Ewing leaving. He was there. He was our center. Obviously, you're in New York. You might not want to leave with a good team, too. But, Cowboys go to Pittsburgh, which I don't know what to think of that game. Pittsburgh's minus 2.5 right now.
Must win for Pittsburgh.
A must win for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh could come out and win that game pretty easily, or they could get smoked by 24. I don't know what to think of this Pittsburgh team.
Pittsburgh does not look good. They got smoked by the Eagles. They got smoked last week. And Dallas is coming in feeling good. You cannot, momentum and feeling good about yourself is a real thing in life.
Yeah.
Like when you walk into an audition, if you've had a shitty day, all right, we played tennis this morning, you lost to me. You had no, I'm sure you went to an audition, you were probably feeling a little down.
I did.
All right, you're probably, maybe like you didn't shave. You're like Ron Burgundy walking down the street with your jug of milk in a glass case of emotion. But when you're feeling good and you roll somebody 6-0, 6-0, and maybe
that wasn't a score, by the way, to anybody listening.
It wasn't. And maybe you get on a scale, you lost 6 or 7 pounds. Maybe your hair looks good that day. When you walk in,
it's a good day.
You walk in, man, you're gonna crush it, and that's how the Cowboys feel at this exact moment.
That's fantastic. That little
boom.
Unfortunately, my audition, they threw me a curveball at the very last second, and I had to try and be an opera singer.
Oh, wow.
It was one of those Snickers, you're not being yourself, blah, blah, blah kind of thing. Eat a Snickers. They had me singing the USC fight song in the shower while trying to sing opera.
Were you Enrico Palazzo?
That's exactly who I thought of.
That's who you channeled?
That's exactly who I thought of. All right. 2 more teams to talk about.
Yeah.
Are the Oakland Raiders finally the real deal?
Oh, it's not even a question. I mean, they were the real deal even prior to that win last night, but obviously that win cemented.
It's a big one.
2 nights ago, at home, division rival, Denver, Super Bowl champs, all that crap. Great defense, great number 1 cornerbacks in the league. David Carr didn't even need it. I mean, I have him on my fantasy team. I was pretty annoyed because they kept getting to the 1-yard line on pass interference calls and then running in with Latavius Murray, which sucked. But the question mark was their defense. Granted, Denver's offense sucks.
Their defense isn't that good.
But the defense looked good last night.
That's the thing. It's an exciting potential defense that if they could put some stuff together like they did last night, if they start to gel, that's a very, very dangerous team.
And they're in the same boat as Dallas. I mean, they're starting to feel themselves.
Yeah.
And, especially a young team feeling that confidence. David Carr's got some fucking Joe Namath swagger going right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude just looks real confident and deservedly so. That being said, confidence is a fickle mistress, my friend. It's a fickle mistress.
I equate them.
And it comes and goes pretty quick. So
it comes and goes very quick.
Yeah.
But beating a team like Denver will keep it around for quite some time because that was a very impressive win. I equate it to the whole Dallas thing, kind of similar with the Cubs and the Indians. Because a few people asked me, they were like, oh, I know the Cubs haven't won it since 1908. What about the Indians? I'm like, it's been since 1948. And then people say, do you think they're pissed that they're not getting any publicity? I said, not at all. They love this because all that publicity is putting pressure on the Cubs. Well, granted, this is when it was 3-1 when I was answering these questions. Obviously, the Cubs showed us, what they thought of that pressure. But this is kind of similar. Everyone's just talking about Dak and Ezekiel the whole time. Carr's like, all right, we're just winning games up here. That's all right. Keep doing your thing. Sports Illustrated, ESPN, they recognize me, but keep talking about Dak. So
David Carr's got to be up there for MVP voting right now.
Absolutely.
100%. I'd say top 4 MVP candidates, Tom Brady, Matt Ryan.
What did I say before you got here? I said
Tom Brady, Matt Ryan, David Carr. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody without looking at the standings. I can fire up some standings real quick. Brady, yeah.
What did I say? I said Brady, Ryan. I didn't say Carr. I said Elliott is getting some talk right now.
He needs better stats. I mean, somebody from that team obviously deserves it, but that's more of a team effort, what they're doing. I mean, the fact that they threw it to
but
Jason...
he's still going to get some votes because they're Dallas.
Yeah, they'll get some votes. Dak might even get some votes.
Yeah. And then that's it. Everyone else, nobody in Seattle, nobody in Arizona. We said Matt Ryan, nobody in Minnesota, obviously. Nobody else in the NFC East. Oakland Raiders, you got Carr. Nobody on the Chiefs, Broncos, Chargers. Nobody in Houston in the first place in the AFC South. AFC North is a cluster, and you got Patriots.
It's Brady's. It's Brady's to win or lose.
Which is crazy because he missed 4 games.
Yeah, I mean, if he just stays on this pace with what they're doing, nobody will be able to wrestle that away from him.
No.
As much as, dude, and wait, who gives the MVP award out? Roger Goodell? I don't know.
Yeah.
Please tell me Roger Goodell
of
hands out the MVP award.
The MVP.
Holy shit. That would be the greatest moment.
Yeah, that'll be good.
That'll
be very good.
Possibly ever. When Goodell hands Brady the MVP award after suspending him for 4 games.
Yeah.
For a fucking deflating of football. And it's like, dude, give me a medicine ball, a party ball, any ball. I'm still going to throw touchdown passes. I'm Tom Brady.
They got Seattle this weekend at home, coming off of a bye when Seattle's on short rest. Like, that's everything lines up for the Patriots. You talked about creating your own luck, but they can't create that luck that they've been in the worst division in football for the last 16 years. The one time that they lost the division was the year Brady was out. That was when the Jets won it, and the Jets had a pretty good team that year. Now they get the Seahawks after a bye week, coming cross-country after the Seahawks played Monday night. That's nice. You call the line on that game. What do you think it is?
Yeah, that's pretty. Let me look at this real quick. Let me see some stats real quick. You talk for a second while I think about this.
Okay. We're going to shift gears in a sec to college football. Huge game up in Seattle this weekend. USC finally cracked the top 25 college football playoff.
Oh, yeah.
They're number 20. Washington took A&M's spot. A&M got voted in at number 4 last week, and they lost this past week. So now Washington jumps in. Washington's the only chance the Pac-12 has to send somebody to the championship game, but they have 2 tough games coming up. They got USC and then Washington State, who is just rolling right now. You ready to go?
Patriots by 8, and I like the Seahawks a ton. I don't know, is that close? Is it 7, 7.5, 8, 8, 7.5? All right, I'm saying 8, and I like the Seahawks.
Okay.
The Seahawks are rolling a little bit offensively, and I feel a nice little backdoor cover, maybe 35-28 Patriots.
I was looking at some of the lines this weekend. That Cowboys-Steelers game is interesting. Take a guess.
At the line, Cowboys Steelers.
Yeah.
You just said it. I think you said 2.5, right?
Yeah, Pittsburgh minus
Pittsburgh
2.5. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Now here's an interesting stat too about that. You take the Cowboys and the Patriots against the spread. Now these are the 2 most popular teams, so Vegas sways the line a little bit because of that, because they know they're going to get the most action.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas, I don't see how you don't bet Dallas in this game, getting 2.5 points. That's insane.
I love Pittsburgh.
Really?
For that reason.
Because something's off with that. Something's off. But Dallas and New England this season are 14-1-1 against the spread. The 2 most popular teams in football, 14-1-1. That one loss was the Patriots when they got shut out at home by Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
And that one tie was the first game of the year when Dallas pushed. Unbelievable. Some quick quotes or numbers on Dallas, too. They're 4th in the league on third down conversions. You got to have a good third down conversion rate if you're going to, make any sort of noise. On 4th downs,
All right.
7 for 7.
Holy shit.
Now, third down is a big deal, okay? But when you're putting 7 of 7 on 4th down, those are game-changing plays. All 7 of those could be game-changing. Let's give it the benefit of the doubt and say 4 out of those 7 are, at the end of the game to ice it or something. That's a monster number. That's the number that jumps out most for me with Dallas. 7 of 7 on 4th down.
But it goes to the confidence thing. It goes to they're just feeling really good, and everything they do comes up roses. It's a hot craps table. It's a hot blackjack table. You just got to keep doubling down and keep riding her till she bucks you.
And hopefully you get out early enough.
Shifting gears to the anti-Dallas Cowboys, the LA Rams.
Yeah.
What a fucking abortion that team is. How bad is I don't even remember they got Jared Goff. How bad is Jared Goff if this team is just Case Keenum is awful.
He's a decent backup. Not even a good backup.
But that's the point. How bad must Jared Goff be if this guy's not even seeing the field yet?
Well, that's the question. And you got Jeff Fisher, who up until a month ago had a new contract typed up on the way to his office for 5 years. A 5-year extension, this guy. He has never, since, I want to say 06, he hasn't had a winning season. Hasn't won more than 7 games. The numbers, and I need to keep a pad and a pen or a computer in 2016 near my TV because the numbers that were being thrown out during this game and the pre- and post-game stuff that I'm listening to are staggering at how awful this guy is. He's 3 losses away from being the losingest coach of all time. Okay? Now, that's one thing if you're Michael Jordan and you missed the most amount of shots in the history because you're Michael Jordan. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
He has nothing to show for it, Fisher. Now, the only reason why he hasn't been fired yet, 1, it's in the middle of the season, but 2, Goff is the number 1 pick, okay? There were 4 quarterbacks who were making a lot of noise in the league right now who were drafted well after him, some well after him, okay? Carson Wentz at number 2. What's his name? Dak Prescott, obviously, round 4. You got Simeon. You got, what's his name? The tall dude.
But Cody Kessler. Is he a rookie or is
Kessler started for Cleveland now.
Yeah.
You got a bunch, and then the tall Paxton Lynch in Denver when Simeon went down. So I think that they haven't done anything about him yet because
he sucks.
That's the only thing now that he's still waiting. He came out the other day and said, I'm not going to start Goff until we are officially ruled out of the playoffs. But Goff hasn't gotten any run.
Wow.
And the only reason why anyone's being a little skeptical is because they're like, maybe Jeff Fisher, they're giving him the benefit of the doubt here way too much. Maybe he knows what he's doing by holding him off.
What was the scenario? I don't know if you watched that game. I was perusing it, but they were down 2 scores, and it was like 4th and 1 on the 10 going in with like 3 minutes to go. And Jeff Fisher went for it. They were down 10.
Yeah.
So, like, dude, you need 2 scores. Just kick a field goal, get a stop, get the ball. I mean, this is like basic math 101. And these coaches still make these awful decisions.
That's as clear as day. But he's had a few of those where they haven't worked out. All of them haven't worked out. And he says after each one, he's like, well, if it worked out, it would have been great. Dude, but he's like 0 for 6 on those big ones.
Dude, if my aunt had a dick, she'd be my uncle. How's that one?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just...
They have...
The if thing is ridiculous. You get paid millions of dollars.
They have the Rookie of the Year last year. One of the best running backs. Easy top first round running back in Todd Gurley, and they are second to last in rushing yards per game. It's 77 rushing yards.
Not his fault, though.
Not his fault at all.
Like Goodwill Hunting, it's not his fault.
But they have no options to scare anybody, so these teams are loading the box, saying Gurley's the only way they could hurt us, and he's not. They're dead last in offense. Dead last. Okay? Luckily, they have an obscene defense. Okay? But the defense, there's rumblings that, Fisher's losing the locker room and all that stuff. These kids are way too young on defense, which is good news for the Rams, but it's also bad news because they might say, get me the hell out of here. Oakland's got something good going on. Get me to Oakland.
What do you think about playing in L.A.? How much do you think, like if you're playing in Minnesota right now, or you're playing in even Chicago, like a cold weather, there's nothing going, not like a lot going on, distraction-wise. These guys are new to L.A. Remember your first year in L.A., Mike?
Oh, yeah.
I remember mine. I was out and about checking out the scene as much as I possibly could.
Yeah.
So you got a first-year team with a bunch of young guys with a lot of cash in their pocket on a sinking ship. Hey, it's Tuesday night. What's going on? Hey, let's go to the Playhouse. Is that even a bar? I don't even know. Sounds like one.
You just said it. The sinking ship.
Yeah.
As of, this past week was a big loss, and then if they lose to the Jets this next week, then it's pretty much over. But the sinking ship. If they lose to the Jets, then yes, I feel like those distractions on a Monday, Tuesday night are going to come into play big time. But we had Paul Shirley on the show last week, and we were talking about that, and he said, no, the line is so thin between making the team and playing and not making the team at all that you can't afford to do that stuff. The guys who are, doing fine, the Luke Donalds and the Ogletrees, these are the leaders on this team, so they can, but they probably shouldn't. But like you said, once they start losing the team and once the ship starts to sink, they might say, yeah, fuck it, let's go to the Playhouse on a Monday night.
Like if you're Tavon Austin, you just signed a huge contract.
Right.
You're not very good to begin with. No offense, Tavon Austin. You were great at West Virginia. You're a great kick returner.
But you're
probably not a great
wide
receiver. Yeah,
receiver on this team.
But you have no quarterback.
Right.
You have no offense. You just got paid. What's his motivation for this team? And he's essentially a leader of this team.
Kenny Britt was on. They caught him outside a catch with his girlfriend the other day, and they were asking him questions, and he was doing his best to not answer any about Goff and any of that stuff. I said, no, he was answering what you're supposed to. No, we still have a shot at the playoffs. We're good. Don't worry. We'll be okay.
Kenny Britt's been good.
That's what you got to say. He's been real good.
Yeah.
He's been better than Tavon Austin right now.
Oh, God, not even close. What's Trump? What's the odds real quick?
Updated odds on the Donald. -400, and we're locked.
Locked at -400.
Locked at -400.
It's not budging.
Let's see what we're talking here. Virginia. Hillary just won Virginia.
That's big.
So that's going to move that line
that line's going to come down to like 100.
Wow, she's got Virginia. That's huge.
Yeah,
that's why we're locked. So I'm going to keep on that and give you some updated numbers on Trump and Hillary. Hillary +300, Trump -4, but that I feel like has been locked for a little while.
Wow, but Trump just won Ohio. That's what I mean.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
So right now we're at 167 to 122 electoral votes.
Well, Virginia's big, but like Ohio, Pennsylvania, Florida, North Carolina, I think they were, and Trump won Florida. He's going to win Florida pretty much. 95% so winning Florida and Florida, Ohio,
and he's up like 1.5%.
He's
going to get Michigan.
I mean, man, it's just so depressing.
Well, you asked me.
It's just
you sent me a text today.
Not that he's going to win, just the whole thing is depressing.
It's totally depressing.
Yeah.
You sent me a text today, and then we met right after I voted. And you said, "Who'd you vote for?" And I said, "Hillary." You said, "What are you talking about? I thought you wanted." I said, "I've been all for Trump this whole time, okay? Because it's my own narcissistic entertainment. I'm not a big fan of politics, But Trump's entertaining. He's a soundbite. When there's nothing on TV, you turn to CNN, he's doing something stupid, something entertaining. But when I got into that booth and I looked down
Your
at
conscience.
6 of those names, I didn't know who the F they were.
You saw the face of your beautiful daughter.
And I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. But I feel like a lot of the country is not with me in that sentiment because he is going to win this election.
Here's the bottom line: is just the country's like completely split. So like people are just like, you have a dude that didn't have the backing of his party. All right, ran like the worst or best, however you want to look at it, campaign of all time. Offended everybody. Said it was on his mind. Had shit come up about grabbing pussies. Like literally, and he's still winning. What does that tell you about like just where the country is? I mean, it tells you that Hillary Clinton's probably like a pretty fucking awful person that people despise her.
People can't
is
stand
the bottom
just
line.
Character, just listening to her talk, I can't stand her. Okay, it'd be great if she got elected. If Bill was like, all right, I got this. Let me do this again. Okay. You know
like Bill didn't assault women at all though.
Not at all. What's funny is now we're voting on weed. If you can legalize it in California, when Bill was running, he had to basically prove that he didn't inhale.
Did inhale.
Are you
That's
kidding
right.
me?
Did not
That's
inhale.
how far we've come. That's
Did not
crazy.
have sexual relations with that woman.
Yeah, see, we need more of that, though. I'll take more of Clinton.
The Clinton McConaughey voice is very similar.
Ooh.
They're only like a few octaves off.
A few hundred
Hey,
miles.
Bill, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Hey, Matthew, good. What's going on? Welcome to the White House. I don't know. They're kind of the same.
It's a tough. What's that? Arkansas and Texas.
Yeah, I'm not
Close
a
by.
skilled ventriloquist or
I
whatever
don't know if
you
you
want
need
to
to be a
call it.
ventriloquist for that.
No, definitely not. That was probably the wrong word. Ancillary.
What are we at? Still locked at 400.
Ancillary, he says.
And you know what? That whole, grabbing her by the pussy thing, like that's not even close to the worst thing he said. That made it out into the public. But if you want to equate it to locker room talk, you and I have been in a lot of locker rooms. There's been a lot worse stuff said in locker rooms than that. You know?
It's all just comedy,
It's crazy.
brother. It's just funny.
One more sports thing I want to jump on before we get a little into the NBA.
Take it.
Who are these people who are still talking and trying to antagonize the situation? Mayweather, Pacquiao.
Wait,
That was all over the place today.
Who are they?
These boxing people. And some
but
I saw a bunch of different people talking about it today. How they're like, oh, Floyd, Pacquiao's got you now. He's better than you. Who gives a shit? Get a life. That fight was awful. It's not going to happen. Forget it.
boxing is dead, people.
It's dead.
Deal
Let
with
it go. Say goodbye. Accept it. It's gone. It's all about MMA now. Still on a historic ride. I don't even know if I need to say that anymore. It's been proven. It's historic.
Historic.
$4 billion or whatever it was.
See, you're right about some things, and you're wrong about other things. Like it's
I'll take
okay.
that.
Like you were wrong about Bradford and the Vikings, and I'll finally one of these days you'll finally admit it. But you were right
after the
about
Super Bowl.
you were right about the historic rise of the MMA. I made fun of you, and you were correct about it.
Cool. Thank you. I'll take it.
Okay, well, and the Vikings.
They're not out of it yet. Bradford could take them back, man. When you're completing 70% of your passes, you are not out. Stephon Diggs.
So stubborn.
That's the guy. All right, so we are early into this NBA season. Steph Curry lighting it up last night, 13 trays, but they had a tough time getting past the 0-7 Pelicans.
Still getting it together, man. Still getting it together.
What are your takeaways, whoever it may be, whether it's Oklahoma, Cleveland, whatever? What are some of your takeaways about 2 weeks into the season?
My takeaways are that cohesion in sports, in all sports, unless you're playing golf or tennis, are like
Or boxing.
completely like paramount to any type of success. Unless you have like an overwhelming amount of talent to overcome, a teamwork and the team aspect, it's just not going to work
Some would say
out.
that Golden State has that right now.
And they do, and they're still winning games. They're doing it for that reason. Give this thing 2 or 3 months, and you remember Miami. The
Would they
first,
go 8 and 9
they
to
were
start?
they were not good at all.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it clicked around February, and you're like, holy shit, okay, this is real.
Yeah.
That being said, San Antonio is very good. Jackie's here. I like it.
Marfugi.
I told her I needed 9 Jaeger bombs for the traffic I was in.
And some ice and some air conditioning.
Oh, some air conditioning,
hot as
some
balls in
ice. But yeah, it's early.
Trump
it's
down
exciting.
to -300.
Down to -300. Jackie,
Yeah.
pull up a chair. We're not going to
Get in
break.
there.
Yeah, just jump in.
What's
Dive
happening?
in. What's going
going
on?
Everything.
Everything going on?
Apparently, all the things are happening.
Did you vote? Did you vote today?
I did. I did. Hi, guys.
What's
Hi.
happening? Thanks for coming in. Your hair's looking
What's
fantastic.
happening? Is it? Thank you.
The lighting is even better.
Oh.
The lighting is
Oh.
perfect.
A girl loves some good lighting. Guys, I brought things.
You brought
I
that.
like it when people bring
I'm
things.
a trained Italiano
Oh,
mob
what is
boy.
that, Lay's?
I-
Cheesy garlic bread.
Yeah, I was standing in line at Rite
What?
Aid and I saw that they have cheesy. So I think we should taste test it,
I think we should.
Lay's with
Cheesy
cheesy garlic
garlic
bread,
bread.
potato chips.
right? So
Okay.
I'm throwing that on the table.
It's a
That's all you
win.
need. That's a win right there.
Yeah.
Nice work.
It's all gravy
I
after
just
this.
got really close. I'm sorry.
Oh, some Coppola.
And then we got wine
Ooh,
because
nice
you were
Coppola
in
cab.
traffic, and I love a good Coppola.
That's
I love a
going
good
to take the
Coppola.
edge off and make me sweat even more
Yeah, it's hot
after
in
like
here.
2 sips of that
It's
stuff.
gonna. I
Can we,
know.
Jarvis, can we open the door?
Can
Get a little
we?
air in there?
Can we get
Thank you.
cups? Do we have cups
is hot.
anywhere?
We'll
We can
take
get
a
some
little
cups.
break here shortly and
Oh,
take
cool,
pop
cool.
that puppy off.
Sounds good.
What's
Who's-
going? So you voted today. You don't have to say who you voted for, but
I did.
But tell us.
Yeah, but you have to.
I think I voted for who you guys voted for.
I didn't vote today.
You didn't vote?
He's a big Gary Johnson fan.
Yeah. Huge. I don't even know who that is.
Huge.
I didn't vote because I don't
no.
want to do jury duty, and I would have voted for
Oh.
Trump, and like my vote wouldn't have mattered because
It
he's
wouldn't.
not going to win in California anyway.
He's not. Yeah,
So I'm playing
no.
chess.
Does
While you
Jen-
guys are in jury duty, fuck off.
I just had to go to jury duty last
you really?
week. Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
awful.
I was very mad about it. Something you should know if you've ever had to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter what time you show up. If you show up a half an hour early,
Yeah.
they don't open the doors.
No.
Oh yeah, it's
Until
all
Wow.
same
the
thing.
time.
I
So
got out of it once.
How did you get out of it?
I said I have a daughter and I need to watch her, and they said okay.
Wow.
Really?
America.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I have 3
Yeah.
kids I watch, and they wouldn't.
Should have used that
I
instead of getting there 30
Yeah,
minutes early.
did you have-
In the rain, it never rains in California. Well,
and you have
Los
to park so
Angeles.
far away too from
Oh
that
my
courthouse
God.
downtown.
Trump wins North Carolina. Wow.
Whoa.
Dude,
Whoa.
did you have to prove that you have a
Road.
fucking kid?
Nope.
Or you could just say it?
You just say it.
How would you have proved it if they asked you to prove it? Like Facebook?
I don't know. I
Like
would've
see
shown
this
a
kid
picture,
that's in a
been
lot of
like,
my pictures?
Yeah, that's
They
what
could just
are you
think
gonna
you're
do?
like a weird stalker and arrest you.
He's
Maybe
a
they-
kid
maybe-
stalker.
Yeah.
Maybe they're like, all right, good for you, man. You're putting a lot of work in to get out of
Yeah.
this. You're done.
My brother told me on the ride over because he was giving me shit for not voting.
That's what I was gonna ask you
and I
about.
was and I was
Yeah.
You gotta be
saying,
furious.
My
And I
brother
was-
didn't vote either today, and I gave him a lot of shit.
Yeah.
but I told him, I go, I don't want to fucking do jury duty. He goes, dude, I've never had to do it. All you have to say is you don't believe in the criminal justice system and you couldn't possibly find yourself convicting anybody of a crime, and they'll let you out of it every single time.
Really?
Yeah.
I
if
googled
you
what to
act
say
like
to
a
get out of it.
lunatic.
and
That's
that
what he
was
does.
it.
What were like some of the top on go?
Oh, that's yeah.
Saying you're extremely racist was one of the top ones. It's just terrible.
Yeah.
No.
Like you don't like Canadians?
exactly.
that kind of racism?
Those
Okay.
Canadians are just running around killing people
Dude.
down here.
I told my brother he should move to Canada today because he didn't vote.
Well, that's what I asked him before. Is there were so many people right now? We're keeping a close eye on this. Trump's minus 300 still. Hillary plus 240. All these celebrities who
Yeah.
said, if Trump wins, I'm out of this country.
Are they going?
Like what? Yeah,
No.
get the fuck out of
Get
here.
the
Then
fuck out.
you're gonna say something stupid like that to get a little press, get a few hashtag clicks on your Twitter. Then you better get the hell out of here.
I don't know which celebrity said it, but off the top of your head, which celebrities do you hope said it? Can you think of any?
All of the Black Eyed Peas.
No, Fergie.
Aw,
come
come
Get
on.
her out of here.
Didn't Fergie used to come into
God.
South all the time?
did?
Dumel did, not Fergie.
Okay, well, yeah, but then
Dumel was
that,
awesome. He
that
was
means
really cool. I
but
like
that
him.
means he
Seems really
leaves
cool.
too.
He
No,
almost
he's
seems-
staying. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
Are you
he's
kidding me?
gonna
He's-
keep the kid here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That adorable. That actually, your daughter and their kid look alike.
Oh,
They
really?
both have the same hair color. I've stalked your.
But you should have said you and Josh Dumel look alike. Yeah, all right. Like, all right, maybe
that
Fergie
I
could
was
stay then.
getting to. That's probably
Oh
why.
shit.
What about you?
LeBron James.
Oh, well, he has
Oh.
such good comedic timing, though.
No,
Jay.
that's
Don't
he
get
can,
him out
that's
of here.
fine. He can do it from another country. And be more than happy. He can go play for the Toronto Raptors.
What about you?
Oh God, who do I want out of here? Who can I stand? All the Vine stars who are out of a job now
Yeah.
that Vine's done. I'm
Yeah.
so sick of them. Get out. Go to Canada.
Adrian Grenier.
Really?
Good riddance.
Isn't he
Why?
from Canada?
I don't care. Just good riddance,
Why?
man.
Like,
He's
that's
just
so random.
he's just so touchy-feely, man. Like, I don't know. Like, he has he's like an activist about something every other week. He's got, I want to
haven't
save
heard
the
his name.
whales. I want to
Yeah.
fix water in Africa. I want to stop the ozone. Like,
Are
pick
you
one,
sure
dude.
It's not Leonardo DiCaprio.
Trying to
well,
help
he-
the world, and you're giving him shit.
But by having ADD, he's trying to help the world. He's switching things every week that he
I've
wants
never
to
heard him say
save.
it. I haven't heard his name since like the third season of Entourage.
Right?
Well-
I don't even think he was in the movie.
I want to
Good
get rid of the
riddance.
Chevy guy, the guy who does those stupid fucking Chevy commercials.
Oh,
I can't take him.
What, the Mike Rowe?
Mike Rowe.
Who's Mike?
I thought who does the? Oh man, he
This
does.
is annoying, like boring as fuck guy, who's just the worst. And they tell us about their stupid awards that seem made up. He drives me crazy. And then Flo.
Flo.
Yeah,
Get her outta here.
Flo can bounce.
She could
Flo's
probably
gone.
buy her own island at this
She could
point
buy
with
Canada,
all that.
yeah.
Yeah, she could buy Canada with that progressive cash.
Yeah.
Flo
Maybe
is
a
rich.
Kardashian or two.
Which
Maybe
two?
There might be a few to send over.
You can only pick 2.
I can only pick 2 to send over.
How many are there?
5, 6.
I would probably send
Somewhere.
Kim. She probably wants to get out of the country anyway. We'd be like doing her a favor.
She's not very safe out of the country. If I was her, I'd probably want to stick around this
Stay
country.
here.
Yeah.
You're right, actually. That would like kill Kim Kardashian sending her to Canada. There's a lot of French people there.
She could accessorize, be really
Right.
cold.
Yeah.
Jackets, scarves,
Yeah,
hats.
those French Canadians hate her.
Oh. Ooh.
You can see Kylie.
Kylie needs to go.
She needs to go.
Get
First
her
and foremost.
out.
Why?
Yeah.
Why is she so bad?
I'm just over it.
You're just too young. I have a rule. When you're young, you can't do plastic surgery. You can't do like injections. You can't do Botox. Like if you're not like 35 years old, don't fucking touch your body. Don't touch your
25.
face.
Let's be realistic.
No.
25.
I have a steadfast
LA,
rule.
dude.
Come on.
My lady friend talked about Botox once, and I was like, no fucking. She's 26. I was like,
No.
no fucking way.
She's 26?
Yeah.
I always think she's
Wow.
like 21.
Yeah.
20,
26 sounds
21.
like 21. Any
does.
like football players we get out of here?
Richard Sherman probably today.
Odell Beckham.
Ooh.
ODB.
Hey.
ODB.
Hey.
Eli Manning.
Oh.
I could go
maybe
on and
just
on.
his
I'm
facial
bitter.
expressions could go to Canada.
Actually, if I had to think of one, it might be Odell right now.
Yeah, get him out
Yeah.
of here, man.
He sucks.
Mike. We're turning on Jackie. She's taking her wine and her
That's why we-
chips and
Taking
she's
her wine,
leaving the
yeah.
door.
The Jets, though, right?
How about the Jets? Fitzy and B. Marshall going at it on the sideline.
I was obviously going to be bitter today, and
I know.
you watched the game. It sucked. You won, but Eli
did.
tried to let us win the game.
He like really was helping you out. Like I don't know why you want him out of the country.
Well.
It was like he was on your team for half of the game.
He didn't help us out enough. Sadly, I mean, he threw 4 touchdowns, I guess, but like he
did.
wasn't great. Threw some bad picks.
I'm so mad because I messed up my fantasy board, and Eli is a quarterback of mine, and I had someone else in. So
Who'd
I
you
didn't
have?
get I
Who's your
didn't get
backup?
any of
If
those
Eli was your
points.
solid 8th rounder, who was your
I
backup?
had Russell Wilson.
Who
Okay.
killed it? Russell killed it for you.
Yeah, but still, I'd rather have a giant giving me
Always.
some points. That's why I'm not good at fantasy football because I'm like, oh, I want the
You want
guys I
all the
like.
Giants. You
Yeah, I
drafted-
want
Games
all
you're
the
gonna
Giants.
watch.
You drafted Mark Bavaro in your draft because you're just like, I just
Yeah.
want him. I don't know. He doesn't play anymore, but
Not getting many touches, no targets.
he looks like
All right.
Rambo, and he's really good.
Like really cute.
Who else? Any other musicians, celebrities, anything? Adrian Grenier was a tough start. I don't know how we can top that one.
That was.
So
a
I've
good
obviously
one.
thought about that before.
Yeah, I get
that
that.
wasn't off the top of my
You like
head.
hate him.
I try not to hate anybody, but yeah, I hate him.
Hate is a really strong word.
It's just, these touchy-feely people,
Who
I
else
can't
do we
get that
need
one.
to get out? Man, this is tough. I would say maybe. I'm. Who am I sick of? Who's the worst?
You don't like the guys in the Sonic commercial.
Yeah.
Why? Why don't you like them?
I think those
They're
guys
just
are really
annoying.
funny.
They're not funny.
They're not funny.
They're awful.
I don't think they're known for
They're-
being
it's a
funny.
fucking chili
though.
dog. Just eat it. Like,
Tara
they're coming
Reid.
out with the slushies again.
Is there an actor that if like he died or got sent away that you would be able to step into his roles and take all his roles?
Mm-hmm.
Who's that? Who's your main competition right now?
Probably.
Who's keeping you from me living in your guest house in the hills? Is my
Probably a
question.
DiCaprio or a Pitt.
Yeah.
Just a few
Oh.
breaks here and there.
I feel like
and you're
Pitt-
right there.
I
Okay.
feel like we need to get
few
rid of
breaks.
Pitt, and I think Angelina might do that. So you might be in luck.
I might be there.
might
Send
be in
him to Canada.
Wait,
Yeah.
you're on the Angelina side of the Brad Pitt Angelina breakup?
I know. I'm just saying. I'm on Mike's side
Oh,
of the
on Mike's
breakup,
side.
and
Okay,
I'm trying
fair
to
enough,
get him
fair
some
enough.
points.
Get him out.
That was
Yeah.
about to be a strong debate if you were on the Angelina side.
No. She should have stopped at adopting maybe one child.
Yeah.
I feel like
that's a lot. They got
that
a lot.
marriage was doomed.
Doomed.
Right? No.
Totally.
Who else? See, I would have to get rid of like Mila Kunis. I want like everything she does. I feel like she gets to do really fun,
Yeah.
You want Ashton?
cool things. I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate an
like her.
Ashton Kutcher at home in bed. I love
Just
them together
waiting.
though. I feel like that's really mean for me
If
to
you are
say.
listening, write to us at Mostly Sports and let us know which celebrity or athlete or musician you would like to off and send to
Just, we're not even taking
Canada or
Canada.
Mexico.
Oh. Off them or send them to Canada?
No,
We're killing
or
people?
off them. Because
okay.
we
Yeah,
were just
either
sending
or.
people to Canada until somebody wanted to fix the water in Africa, and that just set
Justin
you off.
Bieber. Wait, I just thought a Bieber. Because he could still make music in Canada and we could still listen to it. We just wouldn't have to put up with any of the weird shit he does here. So it's like a win-win.
See, I'm a Bieber guy.
I am too.
I'm a huge Bieber guy.
I love his music, but
Yeah.
I don't love what he does.
No, not a
Like
fan.
in his personal life. He needs to go away for a little bit. Get real.
Okay. Think about that one.
I was watching the Cowboys game with a huge Cowboys fan, and he just kept saying that Des Bryant was a cancer for the team. So I feel like there's a lot of Cowboys fans that would want him in Canada.
Okay.
Maybe.
It's a nice compliment
I
to
would
be
like to
compared
send
to
Drake
cancer.
Canada, but
He
he's
kept saying that.
Canadian.
I was like, can you stop
Cancer.
saying cancer?
Well, what kind of cancer are we talking? Like stage 4 or
Like, what are we
prostate?
talking
Or are we
about?
talking like some skin cancer that you can get rid of in a couple days? I mean, that's give me a
Colorado
level
going
of
to
cancer.
Hillary. Not moving the line in Vegas though.
What's the line?
Ooh, minus 350 right now.
Minus 350.
That's insane.
That's a lot.
Will you
was
be nervous
plus
to like
400.
wake up tomorrow if Trump wins, or even drive home? Like I don't know. I feel like there will be some riots.
I think there is going to
Something's
be.
gonna happen.
I
It
might
stopped
be.
at the Rite Aid, and everyone was so angry already.
Yeah.
Like, I guess there's like a big election party that's happening like right here, so they were all buying booze for it, and they're like, it's not even a fucking party.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
If he wins this, I mean, I don't know. Who knows? I was at the bar up the street. People were pissed. Like,
Well, then if you're California, it's like you're the last state that reports, and all of a sudden like you don't matter.
right.
I mean, that's like a
never
double.
matter.
It's a
We're
double
huge.
whammy.
We should.
And well,
That's why I was saying we
California
should go the other
lives
side because
matter.
all these East Coast states matter.
And
Go the other way.
I feel like
Reverse the
almost
time
every
for a day.
person I know from the East Coast though voted for Trump.
Yeah.
They did. I had some words thrown at me from some people today, being like, "You didn't make the right decision," and I'm like, "Really?"
dude, I cannot.
I sent them the Louis C.K. Conan appearance of
I
why
saw
he's
that.
voting
Being
for
the mother
Hillary.
and-
Yes.
Yeah, that was good.
Anyone that voted for Trump, I was just like, "Come on."
I had a friend in local politics tell me why Trump is going to win, and he said it, and I don't think too much of this person's intelligence.
Okay.
Nice way to say that.
Yeah.
And
Why are you friends with them? He's
Because
dumb.
you gotta have dumb friends around you.
Yeah, you
That's
gotta make
like
yourself a little
really
better.
important.
That's cool.
I was gonna say, why do you think we keep bringing you on the show?
Oh,
Snap,
ooh.
man.
And then you're like,
Wow.
oh, but that's not true.
Yeah, no, it was just too easy. And then I said, why should we? That's why I have him co-host with me.
Cool. Got it.
Got it. But she explained why Trump was going to win. I was like, that makes perfect sense. Like so all these people are going nuts online for Hillary. And all these Trump
Everyone.
people are just not saying anything.
They're
'cause
not.
They don't want to start anything. And then all of a sudden today, they're going to hit the booths and
Oh my
load it
God.
up on them.
If you looked at my Facebook feed, it was like, Trump isn't getting one vote today.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing about it. Like you think it was just
It's
like,
so
oh, we're
funny.
gonna crush him.
I
This
was
guy's
like,
nowhere to be
wow.
found.
And yeah, all the Republicans are
It's
just
fucking
sitting there
gonna be
quiet.
50-50 at the end of the day, pretty much. And
Well, I mean,
Oh,
it won't
man.
be 50-50, Jay.
well, the popular vote will be
48-48.
the popular vote will be.
Yeah.
So the popular vote doesn't really matter. The electoral college is all that matters. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of like Facebook will be really interesting tomorrow. So will Twitter.
Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be
Yeah.
very
I
entertaining.
mean, it's not going to be stickers of everybody saying, I voted.
When does life go back
Serious?
to
What's the
normal?
matter with these people?
How long does it take? All right, hypothetical. Trump wins. When does life go back to normal?
I don't think it is.
No.
Because I think he's so insane that he might tomorrow, or at February 1st or whenever it is, he might just be like, you know what? Send one of those nukes over to North Korea. Let's see what happens.
Because you can really do that in this country.
Yeah,
'Cause you
Dude,
really
you saw
can.
Designated Survivor. The first thing they did when Kiefer became president, they were like,
Yeah.
"Here's the nuclear football." I was like,
Yeah.
"Sweet."
So he's just gonna
That's
sleep. He's gonna
awesome.
sleep with it.
He's gonna. I think
Boom.
he thinks he's in like a video game. Like he's
Yeah.
just
Dude.
like,
Yeah,
yeah,
pretty much.
You've watched too many Michael Bay movies. I mean,
No,
it's
Stop.
not. That's not how it works. That's
I
not
think
how
it
the
will
government
stay
works.
normal. I
That's
think it'll
not
stay the
how-
way it is, and
I could see there being a lot of riots in LA because I feel like everyone
Oh,
in Hollywood
totally.
was for
Trump minus 450,
Hillary.
Wow,
just climbing.
dude,
Wow.
this is the
Holy
upset of the
shit.
century, dude.
Oh.
This is crazy. And you know what? Another good thing, we live in California. The East Coast are like, shit, we gotta go to sleep. We gotta go to work soon.
Yeah, we
We're
gotta.
gonna, you know,
This is gonna be
this is like
entertaining.
halftime of Monday Night Football. We got another 2 hours left.
Oh my god.
I mean, we all
Longest games
bartend, or
ever.
you in your case used to bartend.
Yeah.
How have you ever worked on an election night? Bartended on an election
Yeah.
night. I bartended the night Obama was that he won the
yeah.
first term. Pretty cool.
It was fun.
That was a fun night. A lot like
Yeah.
everybody's like really happy. A lot of like that was a very
Sound
joyous
going on the-
occasion.
Yeah.
How happy are you you're not working tonight? I mean, how bad would
I
it
was
be?
asked to work tonight. And I was like, no, thank you.
How much would you have to make on a night like this to make it worth your while?
I mean, over
A thou.
a grand. Yeah, I feel like I'd be okay with it, but I know that wasn't gonna happen
Sean
tonight.
Hillary won.
Bad tippers when people
California.
lose.
Oh,
Just come out. People walking on their tabs, leaving
And
their
she got
credit
Hawaii.
cards.
4 electoral votes in Hawaii.
this is intense, guys.
Trump got Idaho.
It is, but I think most people are like we are. I think we're gonna wake up tomorrow, whatever, but then like by the next day, we're not gonna give a shit.
Minus 500.
Most people do not
I
give a
wasn't
shit.
that because I wasn't
Trump
really
wins
happy.
Florida.
Minus
Ooh.
500 for Trump. Holy shit.
Dude, this is gonna be the most smug acceptance speech
Oh my
of
God.
all time.
But see, that's what, like, he's at minus 550 now. It's just climbing. Holy shit.
Wow.
Oh my
Guys,
God.
it's happening.
But see-
Tony, if you're out there, I'm sorry, buddy.
Tony.
Tony Sweet, the leader of our UBN team here, was very depressed when we walked in. He was just slumped over at his desk.
Was he?
Yeah, it looked like he needed a shot.
Maybe
or
he
some
needs
kind.
a glass of vino.
He needs.
He
yeah.
needs some Coppola in
I
his
think he
life.
needs a
Speaking
shot
of-
of heroin.
We should
That's
take
what
a
he needs.
break.
Let's
and
take a
get some-
break.
Let's take a
just
break.
Strictly so we can get glasses. Bottom line.
Pop some
We don't
wine.
care about any sponsors or anything. This
Shut
show is
up.
brought to you by Lay's Potato Chips and Coppola Cab.
Frankie Coppola, the Diamond Collection. 2014, but it drinks like a 2008. I'm very
Ooh.
excited about it.
Fancy.
We'll be right back on Mostly Sports.
Bye.
Style lets you stand out from the herd. What's inside sets you apart.
Live updates in Vegas.
Hey, now.
Minus 550. Trump still. He just won North Carolina.
Twitter's exploding.
I know. Are we
as
live
we speak.
tweeting right now? I feel like I should get on
You should
there.
be tweeting.
I think we would lose all our
should be.
followers, probably.
Probably.
What, if we were tweeting?
If we were tweeting. Unless you're tweeting, like, just anti-Trump rhetoric, which is, like, all Twitter is right now.
We should tweet out the list of questions I made.
Oh, yeah. That's
That should be good, actually. That's a drinking game to play as you're watching.
And now we're drinking. So
Yes.
that game is going to be fantastic.
Yeah. Everyone, if you're drinking at home or in the car ride home, take a sip now. That's what we're doing.
Very tasty. Update on the Lay's potato chips. Fucking super tasty.
Yeah, garlic bread Lay's, guys. It's an A+.
It tastes like garlic bread.
Go get. Have you had the chicken and waffles flavor? I haven't had that one.
Where do you shop? That you I have like sour cream and onion is an exotic flavor
Are you kidding?
at my 7-Eleven.
That's it?
Yeah.
What? You could get a spaghetti bolognese flavor of Lay's potato
There's
chips
not
at this
that is,
point.
you just made that up.
I did, but they're gonna
I
make it
believed you.
now. I feel like someone at Lay's is like listening, right? Make that for us,
Well,
please.
they are one of our big sponsors.
Lay's and Coppola.
Yeah.
Mike,
Coppola could sponsor us. That'd be cool.
What's going on? What have I missed so far, guys? Can we get a recap?
of the show or of I mean, I was late because
were
of
late.
traffic.
There's
Mike was
so
talking
much.
election. He was periscoping. We talked a little football.
Okay.
Um,
Have we talked World Series yet?
we have not talked World Series.
No.
You bartended. We both bartended Game 7 of the World
Yes.
Series.
I want to hear your what happened for you before we dive into my sitch.
It was pretty split down the middle, Indians fans to Cubs fans, which shocked me.
Really?
Yeah, there was a lot of Indian fans and sitting amongst each other and getting along just fine.
Weren't they all really friendly to each other?
Super friendly.
It was like the most like cool PC game.
It was nice to see that could actually happen in America. So Cubs win, greatest game ever, best Game 7 of all time, maybe in any sport. The whole thing was ridiculous. People started crying. People crying where
Oh
you
my
were.
God, so many tears. All the crying, like grown men crying hysterically. But I mean, how long has it been?
Well, it's been so. Somebody said the other day, some guy goes, "My grandfather's been dead for 16 years. He lived to be 90, and he wasn't born the last time the Cubs won the World Series.
Wow.
World War I was 9 years away. The last time the Cubs won.
Sliced bread had not been invented.
Dude,
Can I ask you guys a question? I did think about this. And like every other sport, the uniforms have been updated. But like if you saw a picture of the last time the Cubs won the World Series and when they won last week, it's like the same uniform. It's the same equipment. It's the same everything.
Yeah.
Like I don't get it. Like football helmets used to be like leather, like whatever, and now there's visors and like things and like microphones and like baseball. It's the
So
same
what would you do?
polyester.
I mean, this begs the question now. What would you do if you're
What would I
designing
do?
baseball unis?
I feel like they need to be a lot lighter. You
Yeah.
know, breathable.
hot.
Seinfeld did an
Summertime.
episode about
Yeah,
that.
oh, you would know that.
Of
you
course. Yeah.
Friends did an episode about it. I'd know.
Vanderpump didn't have
Is that
it.
yours? That Friends
I
is
would
your
know.
like
Yeah,
100%?
quote. If
Okay.
Rachel Green was designing the uniforms in
Okay.
a Friends episode, I would know.
I mean, I think the weird thing about baseball is that the managers wear
Wear.
the fucking uniforms.
I think about that every once in a while.
It makes no sense to me.
Oh, it's so. I mean, you can tell the difference between a manager and a player, but still, like,
But like you see a
why?
fat,
see,
no,
here's
you
the
want to see
thing.
a fat old guy with like with
In
his
the-
stomach hanging out.
But here's the
and
thing,
just-
though. How weird is it to think that, first of all, forget like a basketball coach wearing shorts and a tank top.
Incredible.
Super weird. But think about how weird it would be if a baseball manager was wearing like a suit and tie.
Oh my God, they.
Who, last manager to do that? Do you know who it was?
I do, and I can't think of his
Connie
name.
Mack.
Yeah.
Connie
Yeah,
Mack.
Connie Mack was the last one. You don't have to wear a suit. I get it. It's dirty. It's hot. It's the summertime. I don't know. Something else other than
Go like business casual for
Business
super
cash,
business.
yeah.
How about a golf shirt?
I
khakis
was
and a
just
golf
thinking
shirt.
that. Yeah, a golf shirt.
Golf
Then you look
shirt.
like a trainer.
Well, I'm just saying they
don't-
just look weird.
It
Man.
needs to be a little different. That's like the bride and all the bridesmaids wearing a wedding dress. It's like change it up a little bit, right?
What?
The world- the
I mean, the
world's
Yankees have
changing.
been pretty much the same since, and that's why they don't put their names on the back of the jerseys, so that they originally started, so that people will go buy more programs to figure out who the players are.
Look at that knowledge dropped.
Come on, that's why USC doesn't do it. Stuff like that.
Do you know anything in this world more than you know Seinfeld and the Yankees? Is there another topic that we don't know about that you're an expert in?
Let's see, it's not raising a child. It's,
I can help you with
Barbecue?
that.
You're getting there in barbecue.
I'm still a
Have you
rookie.
been
I'm still like.
Have you been trying? What's
Oh
happening?
yeah, smoking stuff like crazy. This guy was nice enough to bring me not one but 2 bricks of scrapple back from Philly.
Look
He made
at
my
you.
week. Is he a good friend or what?
Wow.
I mean,
Can you get Scrapple in LA?
You can't.
It's not a
Not
thing.
the real.
Did you ever
stuff.
hear of it growing up?
Yeah, I never had it though. That wasn't a thing
But you heard
for
of it?
us. I knew what it was.
Okay.
But no, we never had that. Same thing with tailored ham.
Oh,
You
Taylor
can't-
pork roll?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
amazing. Taylor, I had a Taylor's
Okay.
pork roll egg sandwich on the way to the airport.
Yeah,
when
but
I was
you
leaving.
can't get it here. I was dating someone from Jersey, and he wanted it here, and I went everywhere. You can't find it.
I never
in
even heard
LA.
of it.
Oh, really?
That and Scrapple. And I went to school in D.C., grew up in New York, never heard of Scrapple.
Hi.
What are you going to do?
And now it's your jam?
Now I'm making up for it
When did you find each other?
because of this guy. He's the matchmaker.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I forget how it even.
How did that happen?
Oh, you were telling me about it. I was like, this sounds like
Yeah,
a
I
magical
just-
food. And you
Yeah.
brought me back some one time, and I spent all day just messing around and cooking it different ways.
And now your daughter loves it. You
Yeah.
did some
She
Snapchats of
does.
her
I sent him a Snapchat of
Scrapple baby.
Scrapple, baby.
That's what she was saying.
So if anyone that makes Scrapple would like to sponsor us.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
if we had
Philly's
Haversack,
finest.
that would be
Philly's finest.
yeah.
God,
Yeah.
gross.
Wait, Jarvis.
Get out.
Jarvis?
That's tomorrow.
November
Are you
9th.
serious?
Are
Is
you
it- That's a real thing. Are you-
guys?
What are we doing
Did
doing a
you
show? We got to
freeze
get
some?
home.
oh, there it is. There it is. There's the Scrapple.
Let me see. Whoa.
I love
You killed
Jarvis.
it.
Jarvis just sits back there, does his thing. Boom.
Just
I
hears us
know.
say a few
Yeah.
things, writes it in,
Drops
types it in,
some
boom.
incredible knowledge. So tomorrow, we're eating some
Scrapple?
Scrapple. If I'd known, I would have brought you some
I know,
Scrapple.
I'm really upset about this.
Like you're joking, but I'm gonna wake up a little bit earlier tomorrow.
Not because we changed our clocks on.
Not because we all might be dead by tomorrow.
Not because the world is ending tonight.
But
Yeah,
so you
it's still
bartended
minus
for the
5
game.
I did, and it was insane. It was one of those sports moments that like there was everyone in the room wanted the Cubs to win.
I saw some Snapchats from the parlor, so it looked
There
very
was the kind
Cubby.
of dancing on the bar that no one really wants to see.
Midwestern
What?
white guys
Yeah.
dancing on the bar.
Now the parlor
Yeah.
in Hollywood, like what's their football affiliation? Every bar has a football.
Everybody.
You know what's
Is it
weird?
Bears or no?
No, it used to be.
Okay.
The Bears used to have the sidebar. We used to have the Ravens, and that like ran away a ton of business. So
Oh, yeah.
we were like, "Peace out, Ravens."
Nobody likes them.
Exactly, and their fans. I mean, there's certain fans I loved, but in the majority,
Shout
it
out
just
Daniela
wasn't-
Payne who brought them there. Sorry.
Oh, she's so pretty.
She-
She's so pretty. I'm so creepy. I am like I wish I was a lesbian. Like I feel like it would make certain things much easier for me. I'm not. But like if a pretty girl is in front of me, I'm like, you're so pretty. Like I can't stop. Like I was so creepy today. I was in class at Crunch.
All right.
I was in lower body glide class.
Wow.
Which is a great class
Expound
if you're
on that
a
one,
straight
please.
dude watching it. Girls have different bodies now. It's like a whole nother animal. Like I was just staring at everyone. They all wear these tiny little sports bras, and then they have these like shiny, tight, like pattern leggings that like come up to like their abs, and it's just the whole class. You're just doing squats. So I'm behind like.
How many guys are in this class?
0.
Oh, really?
I'm telling you, if you're a straight dude living in West Hollywood, go to classes at Crunch because all it is hot chicks.
That's
That's
what
it.
Jen was saying that after a few classes. She's like, I don't know why there are no guys in this class.
It's so.
She's like,
That's all
it
I
was
can
a
think
Pilates
about.
thing.
Oh
and
my
she's like,
God.
everywhere I look, it was just like.
I couldn't. I'm just staring at all of them. Like I'm the creepy chick in the corner, just like you're hot. Sorry.
You're hot.
I like ask them what they do. I'm like, what do you eat?
Does that jazz you up like competitively though? Like you're like,
No, my body will never look like that. Like it's a bunch of
you're
little
in very
Kylie Jenner
good shape.
bodies.
It's.
Thank you.
But no, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like that would be.
Motivation.
Yeah, but that would be like scare away like a certain type of person. Like, are there people that aren't in good shape going to these things?
Not
Probably
that I've
not,
seen.
right?
No, but it's like different. It's not just like tight little. It's like white girls with these butts that I've never seen before. Like I don't know how it happened.
Evolution.
Sorry. Or just really good butt injections done by doctors in West Hollywood. I
It
don't
is
know.
LA, yeah.
Yeah, but like good for you girls. Anyway, that kind of girl was not dancing on the bar at the parlor during the Cubs win.
What kind of, don't tell me like how much money you made, but is that like a lot of times you work these big events like a Super Bowl or whatever and the money sucks because people are just watching TV at a certain point.
They're not
like
ordering.
nobody's ordering
No,
anything.
there was a lot of Chicago people. I will give them this. I love
Boozing.
Chicago. They throw down when it
Yeah.
comes to booze. And
And
like
tipping.
and tipping, booze, and also like it was a little touch and go there. A
little bit.
you know.
bit.
Like I just had one
and then
guy.
it wasn't, and then it was again.
then it
And
was.
it wasn't, then it was again.
It was just like, what's happening?
Yeah.
It was.
I was stressed.
Perfection.
I didn't care who won.
Well, you were probably rooting for the Cubs
I
because you
was-
were in a
yeah.
Cub environment.
Love the Cubs. Love my best friend is a huge Cubs fan. Wanted it. Like we were all on group texts. Like it was great.
Who were you rooting for, Mike? Did you get caught up?
I kind of wanted the Indians to win a little bit, like 51 to 49%, just because it would have made it a little bit better next year if the Cubs did not win.
That's true.
You know, now
Yeah.
that story's done, now we go to all right. The team that has gone the longest without winning is now the Indians, and there's no
Yeah.
storyline.
Yeah,
they
it's
really?
kind of just boring.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess that's true. Wow.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Who did you want?
I didn't. I mean, I was just hanging out. At a
You're
certain
like
point,
Switzerland.
I
You're
just
just like,
started
yeah, I don't
drinking
care
at a
what
certain
happens.
point. I was just like, all right, I'm bored out of my mind. I'm
Counting
gonna
down
have
the
some
days till
drinks.
Philly spring training.
But it was good. It was good money. It was fun. It was definitely historic. Yeah, those chips are amazing, right?
Yeah, it really
And
You're welcome. Still single, guys. Don't understand why. Just saying. Just saying.
You're bringing guys gifts like this. I don't know why either.
I don't get it. You know?
I got to jump back to politics real quick, and
What
then
do you got?
we got to talk a little more baseball. I want to hear about your Halloween because you haven't been on in a little while.
I know.
I know Trump said a little while ago he's not going to concede, and he will accept the outcome of this election if he wins. No,
No. Can you?
he's up 3 million on the popular vote right now, but down 10 electoral. This is the kind of thing where he's not going to concede.
Nope.
Like he's gonna. This is where this gets fun. If Clinton actually wins, but Trump gets more votes, this is where this is going to get really fun. He's going to raise hell.
I think this is what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, that happened when George W. Bush beat Al Gore. Al
Yeah.
Gore won the popular vote.
Mm-hmm.
Bush just won the electoral
It's going to
college.
be fun.
I'm just winning with these chips. These chips are unbelievably good.
Well, yeah, I think you could compare it to the World Series. Like, look what happened. We weren't sure if the
What
Cubs
was
are gonna win, and then all of a sudden,
What was your guys' least and favorite nights to bartend? That's good. No, like there was one night of the year. Like for me, I always loved bartending on New Year's. I had no problem working on New Year's. It
What?
was just always
Said
fun.
nobody ever.
I had no problem with that.
It's the most amateur night
Yeah.
of the year.
Not when you're working at classy places.
Okay, where were you working?
We're talking like Waterloo, South, Q's.
South? Wow. Waterloo and City and South.
South.
Yeah.
That's your.
I never minded because
Okay.
we didn't have to work. It was kind of like a
party,
Yeah, it was a
too.
little party. We're getting hammered. Nobody cares that we're drinking.
Yeah.
And it was fun.
It
That's
absolves
true.
you of having to make plans, which is the best part about it.
That's.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I got to work.
I
I didn't
did-
mind it.
I worked last year on New Year's, but we didn't make that much money. That was the
Yeah, I
only
never made that
annoying
much,
thing.
but it was always so much fun. I feel like I always had a blast on New Year's
Okay.
working.
Because you can get away. There's no rules. I mean, the rest of the year, you have to sneak all your drinks.
Not to, you
That
don't have
night,
to
you
really
just,
work
like,
until
out
like
in the
10:30,
open.
11.
Yeah.
You know,
And then once 12 hits, you're just like, it's a shit show.
It's a shit show.
And there's no rules. Just
it's an easy
party
night.
it up. Best day to
God.
work. That's a good question.
My least was any UFC fight.
I was going to say any
Ooh,
MMA
I have to
fight.
work one on
Yeah.
Saturday.
Ugh.
Not looking
It's a
forward
big
to
fight,
that.
I think, too.
Is it?
They're all big now, but I
Sounds
think it's
terrible.
yeah,
Conor
it's all-
McGregor.
It's just not, and it's everyone's very aggressive.
Yeah,
UFC fans,
they just get like one Corona
right?
and they just stand there with it.
And they stare, and it's, there's a lot of staring.
It's a lot of,
I don't like working the Super Bowl.
Worst night, worst
never had to
bar
work
shift to
Super
Bowl. I
work
don't-
ever.
It's
Yeah, I've
awful.
never
There's nobody
worked
there.
There, well, no, well,
You
at
got-
the
you-
parlor, there's people there. but it's boring.
That's the one
We're
exception.
all very
that place.
defensive of our bars.
Yeah.
The parlor there.
But most
do
people
our
are house
listeners
partying.
even know like what places we're talking about? Or?
Parlor in Hollywood.
Yeah.
I was working at the parlor when
You were
we
there.
first started the show.
Oh, really?
So I would talk about
Yeah.
it quite a bit.
Oh God. Yeah. No.
I mean, parlor's the only like real sports bar
it's so funny. Like
I can think of around here.
I had to go on Sunday. I had friends that wanted to watch Sunday morning, and I wanted to be like, let's go to the parlor, but I had to work there later that night, and I was just like, we're not going
Fuck
there.
that. But I was just home for 2 weeks, so I was out watching the Eagles game, and it just shows like how different sports bars are home as opposed to out here.
What was that like?
It was amazing. Like if you go to an Eagles bar on a Sunday, every TV is on the Eagles. It doesn't matter if they have the NFL package or
Shut
not.
up.
It just doesn't matter. Hey man, can you throw the ramp? No, fuck off. They kick you out of the
We're in
bar.
Philadelphia. It's an Eagles bar.
Yeah, you
That's
need
it.
to see the Eagles out of
I didn't
every
even
like
think of
periphery of your
that.
eyeballs,
'Cause
or people
when
freak out.
I'm in New York, I'm usually at the Giants game, so I'm not like at a sport. I don't even know what sports bar I would go to.
Right.
No idea.
But it'd be the kind of thing. New York might be a little like if you're in the city,
Yeah.
then there might be a few other TVs going. And in LA, you have to put every TV now has a sticker. Early game, late game. If you want your game, you got to sit in a tiny little booth.
Yeah,
If it's
you
a
like
shitty
you
game.
huddle like you're in the lunchroom.
Oh, it's the
You know,
worst.
you get the little clicks. You know,
Yeah.
you go over here by my Raven click, and you get your Jets click, and whatever. At home in Philly, every bar, every TV, everything is on the Eagles. People are just
Gross.
fucking focused. They lost to the Cowboys the last Sunday I was home. People were legit. I was out with a bunch of buddies I hadn't seen in a while.
Were they
We're having a good
losing their
time. We're
minds?
drinking. Immediately, their moods changed. They were just like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna go home." Like, what? It's a fucking football camp, dude. Let's do another. Let's have another drink. Now people
Wow.
get. I forgot how into it people were.
Yeah, I feel like we're not as passionate here after a while.
Because you walk outside and it's 80 degrees out.
Exactly.
there's other
Then
stuff
you
to
go to
do.
the beach.
Yeah, like you go for a hike.
I did get fired up. I was mad where I was sitting at Barney's. There was two like very basic girls standing in front of the TV not paying attention, and they would not move. And so I had to watch the entire Giants game through their heads, bobbing back and forth. That was annoying. And they wouldn't change the TVs. And these chicks were just standing by. Their boyfriends were sitting at the bar. They're standing behind their boyfriends, not paying attention. I'm like, just go, I don't know, go to the Abbey for an hour.
What happened to watching the game with Rachel and her boyfriend? Is that tradition is gone now?
That tradition.
It's dead. It lasted like 4 weeks.
I know, it did.
She went to
It
Charleston
did.
and it ended.
She went to Charleston twice, and that ended, and then that's no comment on that topic.
So when you wake up to watch the Giants, are you just figuring out as you go along? What am I going to do? Where am I going to go?
I literally walked down to like the Hudson and like sat by myself at the bar.
That's pretty cool.
I know. I
Yeah.
do that. Again, why am I single?
That's-
Why? I just
solid
wake up
move.
on a Sunday morning and walk to a bar and watch football by myself.
Minus 1,000.
Oh, he's going to win.
Holy
It's over. Vegas doesn't throw out minus 1,000 unless they're 100% sure.
Holy shit. And then Hillary's at plus 550.
Oof.
Get the F out of here.
Wow.
Drink up, kids.
I'm gonna hedge and put a little on Hillary right now.
What
Are
way should
you?
I drive home? I don't even know which way to drive home now.
It's not safe
I might
anywhere.
not even make it that
It's
far.
not.
I don't think so.
I think I need to go through the valley. I don't think I can go.
How are
like,
you would really go through the valley to get
the valley feels.
When was the last time I'm shocked I could still get you over to Hollywood once a week. How?
I know.
When was the last time you were up in the valley?
up in the valley?
Yeah,
Where's that again?
I don't know, somewhere. It's close by. People
I don't know.
People talk about it a lot.
Yeah,
where
we
we're
don't
from.
go there. That's,
I was there once. I think I
Gross.
played golf over there once.
I no.
Would you ever live in the
I did-
valley?
Nope.
Never.
Nope.
I'd move.
When you move
Back
to
to
the valley,
Philly.
I feel like you ruin friendships. The valley ruins friendships. I don't see one friend. I have family that lives in the valley. Nope.
Never see him.
No, maybe on Thanksgiving.
That is not a lateral move. That is that's a demotion.
It's
If you're
It's a big
moving
time
to the
demotion.
valley, big time.
yeah.
I'll just move back east.
Right.
I want to live in like a fucking neighborhood.
It's like, what's the point? I don't get it. You might, move to Jersey. There's huge strip malls. That's it.
Cheaper?
It's cheaper. There's there are chain restaurants in the valley. We don't have that here.
I do miss
I
chain
mean-
restaurants.
What do you mean?
I do miss them.
Well, like a TGI Fridays or
Oh,
a
yeah, yeah.
Chili's.
Yeah.
We don't have any of those. We had PF Chang's, which closed at Beverly Center. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I love a good chain restaurant. Sign me up.
I don't know if you're a big fan. I am a huge chain restaurant guy. Give me your top 3. Boom, top of your head.
I love
Go. Don't think
TGI
about-
Fridays. I love
Okay.
it. I love their sampler. I love everything about that. I think it's really fun. I love a good Chili's.
All you can eat appetizer. Which one do you pick? Go at
We
Fridays.
already talked about this.
Well, we go
It's-
back to it.
Yeah, I was gonna cut it off too and say you can make your own sampler or your own
we've done
appetizer
that.
sampler with 4 things. What are they?
It's mozzarella sticks, and then
Mozzarella,
it's
that's right, now I
buffalo
remember.
boneless buffalo chicken tenders. You always need at least 2 sides of ranch, which we know. And then I like nachos. I like a good side of nachos with like chili, even
like
though that's not
nachos.
like a bottomless platter. But like picture that. That's like all the food
Like
groups
in the
right
middle
there.
with a couple things around it.
Right?
That's
How
interesting.
fun is that?
It's interesting. I'm still listening. You still got 2 more
You said
spots open.
3. No.
No, you
5.
got. Oh, okay. So, but if you go nacho, yeah. So you got one more.
I got one more.
Nachos, the boneless buffalo wings.
I feel like I would go with onion rings.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
It's all different. No? We don't like that?
I
What
like
do
that.
you guys like?
I don't know. I just like. What just happened?
She's got really defensive. That's what happened.
I like it. I like being sassy. Oh my God. What the little girl I nanny, I don't know. I don't think she knows what these words mean, but she started calling me sexy, sassy Jackie.
Nice.
How old is this
That's
child?
good.
She's 5.
That's funny.
It's so embarrassing.
She go in front of her parents.
Yeah, her mom. And I was like, oh, don't do that.
At the playground? At least the little boy doesn't call you that.
I know, thank God.
That wouldn't be awkward at all.
Sexy, sassy.
Sexy sassy. My sexy sassy nanny.
Yeah, no one wants a sexy, sassy nanny.
That's not true. Ben Affleck
yeah,
did.
Little boys.
Ben Affleck did. So did Jude Law.
Little boys want a sexy.
I'm not
sassy
into that
nanny.
at all. No,
No?
I don't even. I try not to even make eye contact with like the dad, just out of respect.
I am
You
just
know.
still shocked that like attractive women get hired to be nannies. If you want me to be totally honest.
Do
with
you want to
Yeah.
hear what happened? I was with them, and this other older woman came over, and I don't think she realized I was in earshot. Walked over and went, "Oh wow, you got a nanny. That's funny. I have a nanny too, but mine's not pretty." And I was like, "Thank you, but like what?" You know. Anyway, I
That's
interrupted.
just playing with fire right
It
there.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I always try to cover and hair back, no makeup it.
It's obviously not working if your name is Sexy Sassy
Sexy
Jackie.
sassy nanny.
Sexy Sassy Nanny.
Anyway.
Say that 5 times
Well, you
fast.
should have gone as for Halloween.
Sexy, sassy nanny. Well, Kelly Kapowski is kind of
Kelly
similar.
Kapowski.
What did you? Is that what you went as?
Yeah, and it was only because I got food poisoning a few days before, so I was feeling skinny.
All right, I was wondering about that. I saw the tweets and all that. I'm like, is she okay, or is she doing this on purpose?
I know people
What
were
is she
like, "Was that a
doing?
joke?" And I was like, "Oh God, no!" I was just feeling like shit in bed and tried to be funny about
But that's
it.
funny because there was a girl I used to bartend with who came back from being home. And she was like, she came back. We were like, geez, she looks amazing. She was like, yeah, I had a kidney infection for like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Good for you? I don't know. You look great.
I'm like trying to eat contaminated food right now.
That's just funny. Whenever you talk about losing weight, you're like, I get a stomach bug for a couple days. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, but like the sad thing is, I don't know if you guys think this, but when you're in the middle of food poisoning, you forget how bad food poisoning is.
Oh, it's the worst.
You know,
yeah.
Yeah.
like I'm joking about it now, but I was home alone. I was ready to call an ambulance on myself like hour 4
Oh, it's the
in.
worst.
No,
It's
there's
horrible.
nothing. And
Especially when you're trying to sleep.
oh, it's so funny. You kind of know. Like I went to bed and I was like, oh, I'm kind of nauseous. But it's weird. And then I woke up at like 8 a.m. and it was from 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. that night. It was on the hour. Just
That's awful.
That's
Yeah.
a small window of torture
you're
to
like,
feel good on
To be able
Halloween.
to rock Kelly Kapowski. And
If
not-
we're
and
being
nail it.
honest, yeah.
Yeah.
it was a confidence booster, guys. It was
Absolutely.
great.
Has anyone
What do you?
ever gotten the whole crew together? Done like
We tried.
Kelly,
Oh.
Zach, Screech, Slater.
I think that might be a goal for next year.
I think that's pretty. That's,
I've never seen the whole
whole crew?
cast out and
Yeah.
about. It was hard for me. So, like
you were solo, or did you have a Zach?
I was by myself. Rachel O'Brien was going to be my Zach, and then last minute
She was gonna be Zach
she was
Morris?
going to be Zach. How cool would that
That
have
would have
been?
been amazing.
But like a hot Zach.
You could get Stassi to be Zach because she's blonde headed.
That could work
Rachel could be AC Slater.
because of her fro.
I feel like she's very versatile.
She is. I
And
feel
she's
like
not
could
afraid
be a
to take a
wrestler.
chance.
Yes,
Yeah.
she is. She will tell you she has a very strong back. She is muscular.
That'd be the one to see. I feel like because you'd be like, oh, you look Kelly, you look
Yeah.
good, Zach, and
I-
Zach.
I feel
You
like
saw like Slater walking around in the what is it? The onesie leotard thing.
Oh,
wrestling
yeah.
Do you know
thing?
they have that
That'd
at
be
Urban
hilarious.
Outfitters? They actually have a Bayside,
Bayside?
onesie wrestling Slater thing. Yeah, they do.
It's kind of a niche
It's a
market,
thing.
huh?
Yeah, you're welcome, guys.
One guy who loves Saved by the Bell and needs a
Waiting for that
wrestling onesie.
one
shopping at
guy
Urban
to walk in that
Outfitters.
wants it.
But for me, I wanted to look. I didn't just want to be Kelly like in the outfit. I wanted to look exactly like the T-shirt. Like I'll have guys stop me at a bar wearing the T-shirt and make me take a picture with them. Like not in my
Jarvis is
Halloween
laughing about
costume.
something back there.
What?
I'm not even on the feed. I can't
I
even
don't know
imagine
what's
what he's
happening.
putting up there. Jarvis just put stuff up there.
Oh, cool.
I'm sure he's killing it.
But I attached a pink poster board behind me, so it literally looked like the T-shirt because on the T-shirt she has a pink background behind her. So I tried to do the exact even.
So you take this
background.
shit very seriously. That's
I
what
do.
I'm-
seriously.
Well, Cindy Crawford liked my Cindy Crawford picture last year. Like when the real costume likes the costume, you're like, okay,
Yeah.
I gotta
pretty good.
step it up.
That puts a lot of pressure on you like this year after last
I
year.
feel like
You
I
think
should
Crawford
just
was checking in to see what she
tap
did
out.
this year?
I think she had an
Let me see
intern
how
that
this
did.
Her publicist who was bored that day.
Do you watch the Tiffany Amber Thiessen cooking show on the Food
No,
Network?
I don't. I like to
It's
keep her
fantastic.
just where she is as
Oh,
Kelly Capel. Even Valerie from 90210.
She's like a fine
anything bad
wine.
about
She
Valerie.
just
Never love Val.
she's getting better with age.
Is she?
She's just fantastic. Yeah.
Is
I haven't
she?
seen her in a while. She's all right?
Gotta watch the
I
show,
don't
man.
know.
Food Network. She has her
don't
own cooking
know.
show. And then she invites over like other 8, like Breckenmeyer. Like all these like obscure.
Adrian Griner.
No, he's not fine. I wouldn't
I'm
watch. If
sweating.
he came
I'm
over,
sorry.
they'd be
It's hot
drinking
shit. It's so
kombucha and cooking like fucking lentils. All right, if he was there,
You're
it would
such a
suck.
hater. He hates
Big
him.
time.
Who else? Who else is on your
Yeah.
list? You started off so
Bro,
strong. We got
we're
to see
talking
it.
Halloween.
I know
Who we
why
got?
you don't
I'm
like
dying to
Adrian.
know.
He has good hair too. No, you both have good hair. I feel like it would be
see,
a
now you
hair
struck a nerve.
competition, right? The good
Because-
hair.
Because not only are you bringing up the hair, but I don't think he has that good hair, and that just pisses me off even more.
I'm young. I'm older. He's younger. He's
How do
like
you know?
he's got Hollywood coafed hair. It's probably got like product. He's probably got like
No, I heard
extensions
it's
in there.
natural. Actually, Jay. I heard it. I heard he does nothing. I heard it's.
Just wakes up like that.
He just woke up like this.
I don't even know where I was. You guys just took me off my fucking
Are
game.
you a Beyonce fan? I feel like some people
Oh
would
my
like See, I
God,
feel like
no.
you'd like Beyonce out of here.
No,
Yeah, you could probably deal
he's
with
got
the
pretty
queen
good hair.
bee.
not a fan.
Right?
Of
He has
Beyonce.
good hair.
Yeah, he's got good hair.
No guys like Beyonce. It's all girls.
She seems like a pain in the fucking ass.
Well, yeah, of course.
Like she'd be awful to date.
What's the deal? Her sister's now doing shit?
Beyonce?
Beyonce,
Oh
awful
my-
to date.
I don't want to date anybody that can write a fucking song about me. How's that? That's my one. There's a rule I have.
Another
Maybe that's
rule?
why I'm single. Oh my God! Wait, I was going. I could write a joke about you. You
Even
know,
worse.
Jay was like, "I want exactly you." I was going through our texts, and one of them was, "I can't wait until one of your ex-boyfriends called in." I had an ex-boyfriend text me about a podcast this week, being like, "Hey, it wasn't this one. I thought it was." Because this is the one I've been doing probably the most of, but it was the Stassi podcast. A girlfriend of his texted him and was like, "Yo,
Yeah. Did you talk about him?
well, this is another thing. I did not say his name, so apparently she knew the story also." I'm like, wow, whoa, okay, good to know what
Okay.
you've been telling people.
He's been sharing.
Yeah, he's been sharing. It was the story, I think I told it on here, about being asked to go to the members-only sex club in Beverly Hills as our Valentine's Day date.
Refresh my memory. It sounds like a new one.
Yeah, we broke up after that. He was like, "I think it would be fun." Like, have you heard of Sanctum?
Is that what it's
Sanctum?
called?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard of Sanctum.
Don't like it on Facebook because then it appears in all of your friends'
We just
feeds
went
that you
right-
Google
like it.
time. Everybody listening to
No,
this show will be Sanctum.
That's right, yeah.
It's like Eyes Wide Shut. And the
Yeah, yeah.
sad thing is, I think my mom.
87,000 people like it.
Whoa, wow. My mom is so positive. I have that like Jersey, like cute mom. And when I told her I was asked to go to this members only sex club for Valentine's Day, she went, "You know what? You should just go. You never know who you're gonna meet." I was like,
Love it.
Ellen.
Their
Yeah.
tagline is raising the bar.
Ooh.
Wow. I'm watching the
Serious.
YouTube promo
Fidelio.
right now.
Yeah, right. So that was the end of that. But yeah, I told like the full length story, and apparently someone heard it. So I feel like little
So you
by
didn't
little,
go, is what I'm.
No, we did not.
Okay.
And then we broke up. and stopped
Immediate, like
talking.
immediately?
Not immediately, like a few weeks after.
Probably a little awkward.
Yeah, but they all keep
After
coming
that.
back. Like we hung out this week, and I was like, "Oh, it's definitely a fuck no." It's just not.
You guys hung out again this week?
Yeah, and I was just like, no, no.
Oh my God, the promo on YouTube is incredible.
You see, we're not even gonna be able to finish the show. These guys are just watching Sanctum videos. That's it. I shouldn't have brought it up. I should have
I'm
known
watching
better.
election
I mean,
stuff.
you should have gone. You would have gotten incredible material
I
for
would've.
your comedy
I would've.
career.
the show.
Jokes
Yeah.
She said she's writing
for
jokes about
days.
you now.
All the jokes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now I just have Jay.
How does that work? Like if you got
How?
up on stage, if you were like, so this is a guy I know, you guys don't know him, but I'm gonna tell you a joke. You guys ever do that or no?
I never say you don't know him. No, I used to when I first started. I would make a joke. I dated David Weintraub, and I made a joke being like, I don't want to talk about it because I'm like really classy, so I don't want to say his name. And there's probably a lot of David Weintraubs in the room, so I'm like not like that.
Well played.
That works.
Yeah,
That's
so
nice.
that would get a good laugh.
But if you were like, oh, there's a lot of Jay Devlins, they'd be like,
They wouldn't know who that is?
No,
you'd see
it
a lot of
doesn't
phones
work
come out.
as well.
Yeah.
Only in
No.
Springfield, Pennsylvania would that work. you do
Delco,
that joke
baby.
there? Kill.
Kill.
Delaware County,
Slay.
Pennsylvania?
I have a show
Slay.
you guys should come to. It's next Wednesday night. Joe Rogan's on it. It's Comedy Store. It's new material show, so I'll be talking about a lot of fun new things.
I will be working Wednesday night, trivia night with
Teach till
with
9.
Cody Decker, who was
That's-
supposed to be our guest. Him and Jen Sturger got
I'm
stuck in
so
traffic.
sad about that.
Stuck in
Yeah.
traffic.
I know Jen.
Yeah.
Jen tweeted at me when Brittany was performing at the VMAs and said we should have a VMA Brittany party.
Well, we're gonna do it next Tuesday because they're coming
Right?
on next Tuesday, as
I
are
love
you.
it.
So we're gonna
oh, I
reconvene.
like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Have a little round table.
Speaking of dick pics,
No comfortable segue for that. I'm glad she did it. That's great.
Unbelievably fantastic. I did get a text from somebody that said, "Are you gonna wear Crocs to the show?"
oh,
As far wearing Crocs.
He was wearing Crocs.
pictures?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the picture.
Oh God.
So comfortable.
Crocs
Bad
and Lee.
So
form.
comfortable.
Crocs and Lee jeans or was he Wranglers or Lee's?
Wranglers.
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 Yeah.
I
Cody would punch us in the face.
I know. Well, we could talk about it now. I recently was
they're not listening.
assaulted by a dick pic that was accidentally sent to me.
Wow.
Picture like a kind of a business text message, like business
Oh
exchange.
my God! Yeah.
Right? And it was someone from an agent from WME, big office.
Get outta here.
Yeah.
You serious?
And he was like, "Oh, I feel like there's a higher up agent that like might work well with you, whatever." And I was like, "Cool." He's like, "Is it okay if I pass along your stuff?" Great, whatever. And then all of a sudden, I'm like looking at my phone, and this giant.
Giant. Well, that's
It
a good
was-
start at least.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
you don't
Yeah,
know.
that's all right.
I don't know.
It's a good start, but you never know with that unless there's something you can compare size to in the picture. You don't know.
Because of angles and lighting and all that
Exactly.
stuff.
It's
So
like-
basically, you're represented by WME right now. That's what you're saying. I mean, like they can't say
He's-
they can't say
Or
no
she's
to you.
anti-Angelina because she's getting all her roles right
Yeah.
now. Are you kidding me?
So kind of you to think we're in the same lane. I agree with you, Mike. Yeah, but I've never had that happen where you're
accidental?
I could have been showing the kids like something on my phone. They like to play games on my phone.
This was my outfit for Halloween.
Exactly. What? No, they would not. Be able to see
What
that.
does one do when
And
one
so
receives?
I literally received it, and then I received like 8 texts from him after being like,
Oh
"Oh
my
my
God,
god,
oh
oh
my
my god,
God.
oh my god, oh my god, this was meant for the girl I'm dating." Which I was like, "Really? Was it really?"
Maybe it was. Maybe he's just like, I don't know. Maybe that's a move guys
Is
do.
that
I
a
don't know.
move?
I have no idea, but
I mean, I'm not thinking about him right now.
I mean, we're talking about him on the
We
radio.
are. That's true. It's just funny because we brought up Jen Sturger, and I thought of dick pic, and then it led to this very current, relevant story in my life right now.
It's an
where
epidemic.
I was assaulted by a pic. It
Yeah, I mean,
happened.
I mean, that is
But
a
I think-
bold. It's a bold move.
I think I took it not literally. I think
What did you say though after the 9? Oh my God!
I just let him like really.
I've seen one before. No big deal.
I
Seen one, you've seen
oh
them
my
all.
god! Wait.
Yeah, you gonna show it now?
I'm gonna pull it up. I want to see what I said to make him feel
Weed
better
is now
about it.
legal in California.
You have not deleted the dick pic.
No, he
No, why
asked
would
me
you?
to. He asked me.
Someone
He's
sent
like,
you boobs by
"Please."
accident. Would you delete
Yeah,
them?
Come on.
I mean, it depends whose boobs. If they were like a
got,
famous person,
Like
like
CAA boobs? You're keeping
blackmail?
those. Are you kidding?
That's a good point.
Come on. You're keeping those.
Wait, I have a question. Do you know the passwords on your phones, like of your significant others? Like, do you share that info?
I do.
Yeah, I do.
You do? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So okay. That's good. I like that.
Why do you ask?
I'm just wondering.
Okay.
Like if I had a boyfriend right now and he saw that dick pic on there, I wonder if that would be a big deal.
Unless
I
he'd
don't know
be
if you-
jealous of it. If it was like that big, then he'd feel like insignificant. That could be a problem.
No.
I mean, that, it's a whole different
So,
conversation.
Yeah, while you're looking for that dick pic.
Yeah, thank you.
California passed. We can all buy weed as soon as tomorrow now.
Wait a minute,
Are you serious?
weed wasn't legal?
What? I thought it was.
Now it's like now it's like really legal.
Wait.
I walk down Venice Beach all the time. People are
Yeah.
smoking weed, selling weed.
Selling weed and nobody's bothering you. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, now we
what?
can get it whenever we want. Apparently.
Wow,
Good
Ooh.
job.
So we gotta have a little smoke out on the show sometime.
Should we?
bro, no
I,
weed,
Bro,
bro.
no weed for this guy.
I
man.
don't. Yeah.
it's
Have
legal.
you
It's
ever
like drinking
had,
booze right now.
I don't partake.
Like the worst weed experience. Go.
I don't smoke weed. I don't think I've ever really
Somebody
smoked weed.
didn't tell one of my buddies, Austin.
I've never done a
Back
drug
home,
in my life.
laced whatever we were smoking with something. I don't even want to say what it was, and it was a long night.
What they lace it with, Mike?
Some stuff that
PCP?
nobody would ever touch.
Angel dust?
Yeah.
Angel dust. Sounds fun though.
Yeah.
It wasn't fun when you're not ready for it. It kind of scares the shit out of you a little bit.
I mean, I wouldn't be able to handle
It
that.
was a tough one.
No, thank you.
Yeah, it was a tough
Did you get a little paranoid?
one. Like, I freaked out beyond belief. At least he, took care of me after that. But
That's
Oh,
nice.
that
That's a
sounds-
good
I guess
friend.
you kind of have to.
That
yeah.
sounds
Right?
creepy. That
I
sounds a
feel
little
like some-
creepy.
Yep.
I don't know.
He's still
It
thinking
sounds like a
about.
little bit of a setup.
You're both on angel dust.
Hope
He
he's
took
listening
care
right
of you.
now,
I
actually.
know, right?
Austin Murphy.
Murph.
Oh.
Nice job, Murph.
I've dated a Murphy. They're probably not.
What about you?
related. I don't smoke a lot of weed at all, and I was dating someone who did, and he had just bought this big house in the hills and had this giant bong.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm a champ. I can do this. And so
Trying to clear a
I
6-footer.
I took one hit and I was like, oh, yeah, no, give me more. And he's like, are
man.
you sure? And took another. And this is how nice he was. He DVR'd a Giants game that I did not get to see. So we were having to go down the many flights of stairs in the house to go down to the TV. And mid-flight of stairs, literally my knees gave out on me.
Yeah.
And then he was like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. And then we're
Fine,
sitting
you
on
okay?
the couch, and all of a sudden I started getting paranoid. I was like, he's trying to kill me in this house. No one's going to find me. Then I started staring at the water on the table, trying to levitate it with my eyes because I was
you're
so
fucked up, man.
thirsty.
That's great.
It
You're
was...
like, this guy's going to kill me, but I got to get this water.
Wow, this is a great
Water.
endorsement for doing drugs.
And I literally thought I could make it happen, but I couldn't levitate
And then you're
water.
like, he's probably watching me try and do this, and now he wants to kill me even more.
I was
Yeah.
like, this is it.
That's exactly it.
It was like what lies beneath when Michelle Pfeiffer's in the bathtub and she can't move. That was my last weed
Those are the
experience.
worst when that happens.
It's awful.
I was at the Kings of Leon concert at the Hollywood Bowl.
Oh.
And keep in mind, I've
First
literally
mistake.
really never smoked pot before. But I was with a buddy of mine, Jeremy, and a guy was passing I don't know, a weed. What are they? I don't know, not a
Joint?
a joint, sure. So it gets passed to me, and I'm just like, fuck it, I'll try it. And I put the lit end in my mouth,
Oh.
and
Weed
not
101.
the right side. I was like, all right, yeah, I'm good.
I'm cool.
And then they took it away
I'll
from me.
stick with my Bud Light.
If you get a
I'm-
chance,
I'm-
watch Nick Swartzen's stand-up routine about being too high.
Oh.
But watch it. Don't listen to it. It's,
Okay.
It's good.
It's-
It's hilarious.
I love
He nailed
Nick.
it. He nailed exactly what you just said.
Parlor
He
regular.
Nailed it.
Yes.
Nick Swartzen.
Guys, I found
Big
the
Vikings
text.
fan.
I think this is the best thing you could say to a guy that's freaking out because he sent a dick pic to the wrong girl.
You should have got some representation.
Well, we're working on that, Michael. I let him shake in his boots for a while and didn't respond, and then all I wrote was
Great.
pretty solid.
Wow. So now he's feeling
You're
good.
like, all right, good.
Right.
Yeah.
Not only did I get okay, that's good.
I
You
wrote-
and you have it pulled up on your thing
I
right
do,
there.
I
Mike,
do.
what's your level of curiosity? Be honest.
I'm
What's
very
your level of
curious.
curiosity?
Very curious.
I'll show you guys. Wait, it gets better. I then wrote, after I wrote pretty solid, I wrote, no worries, haha. Never accidentally sent a tick pic. A tit
So you
pic.
wanted to send one.
Laugh out loud, but you're all good.
Cucumber emoji.
So if you, she wanted to send one.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, was that on camera? Did you see it, George?
That just happened.
It wasn't on then, but it was the whole time you're doing this. It was.
Let's just say he was very aroused.
Wow. So did you end up sending
Pretty
him a tit
solid.
pic?
No one's ever
Now they're
gotten a
dating.
tit pic.
Now
Yeah.
they're dating.
Please, no.
Yeah.
I'm a lady.
No, we got
They met at the
another
Mondrian
new
like
listener.
35 minutes later. Is that a hotel, the Mondrian?
Yeah, I stayed there last night actually.
Oh my! Wow. Boom.
I know.
That just happened.
We just gotta like a little bottle of wine. Next time we bring 2.
I
loosen
know.
it
I thought
up
you
a
were
little bit. There we
Vanderpumping
go.
last night.
I will. I stayed in with Rachel O'Brien.
At the you just
Yeah,
like
her and I-
didn't feel like going home 3 blocks away. You're like, I'm tired.
Oh,
Just ate the
God,
Mondrian.
so hard. Yeah, watch Vanderpump Rules, guys. Monday nights.
I'm gonna go home and watch it tonight.
Yeah,
I can't fucking wait.
we're on
I'm
this
so
season,
excited.
so it should be fun. It's,
When are you on? What episode?
I'm not. They don't tell you until the week before.
Okay.
So I know I filmed a few times, but I don't know what's actually going to air.
It's
But
gonna
it
be fucking epic.
will be comedy related. So
Jen was watching one of those shows when I came home last night, and I had to sit and watch an hour of it.
Yeah.
I forget which one it
a
was.
reunion? Was it a
It was
Housewives
a reunion. It was a
reunion?
reunion.
Oh, I have watch it when I get home.
All they do is just fucking yell at each other the
They
whole
do.
time. It's the worst.
I'm with you. I can't do the reunions.
Okay.
They drive me
I'm just
crazy.
talking about all of them in general.
We just found common ground, and you run away that
I
quickly.
know.
Wow, we were there. We had a
No,
moment.
I was
and all
going
of a
for like
sudden-
one more. Like we had common ground. I was trying to like take it up a
Don't
notch.
push it, Mike.
I pushed it.
Take the
Oh.
olive
was it.
branch.
This is what bromance
That was
looks
it.
like. This is so cute. I
Common
think-
ground in reality television, nonetheless. I
No.
got to take that and run. Are you kidding?
I honestly think Donald Trump would be the best Real Housewife of New Jersey.
He's going to be the best everything coming up in about an hour and a half. He's still at minus 900 to take this down. Minus 900 is a
Prohibitive.
heavy, overwhelming favorite. You're right. Vegas just doesn't throw out numbers like that right
No.
now. He just took down Georgia. We have a new listener, Lisa Scavati, who's up way past her bedtime.
Ooh.
Probably listening to this election stuff and has had it, so she's tuning into us.
Well, she's tuning in at the right time because we're going to play Jackie's game right now.
Are
she
we
worked
playing right now?
very
Oh.
hard to put
Oh,
this
yeah,
list
yeah.
together. I have no idea what this game is, but I've read whatever
Some
this is.
interesting
She
questions.
texted us, and it's fucking great.
Wait, fill up your wine. We're going to make this a drinking game.
So is this I never? Is that what this is?
It's like never have I ever. So if you have, then you drink. Or
Okay.
what I like to call instead of never have I ever in honor of the dick pic is still up. Oh my God. Thank you. In honor of Trump, we're going to call it true, not true.
True, not true? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we do all the questions or do you want me to
So
just...
if you have, you take a drink. If
yeah,
you haven't,
if you have, you take a
We
drink.
don't have that much booze left.
Oh,
We
really?
don't.
Sip each.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay. That's okay. Well, we have to say true, not true. Should we raise hands?
Pennsylvania is still too early to call.
or let's just say true or not true.
Okay. And then
We
if
could
you
do
have
that.
a fun little anecdote
Okay.
story.
Oh.
Hold on,
Go ahead,
let me
take-
pull it up.
Take us off.
No, hold on.
Oh, you're still looking
Okay,
at the dick
okay.
pic. Thank God you didn't send us. Thank God she didn't send us the dick pic. Just randomly. That would be weird. You get a
Okay.
dick pic from a girl.
Question number
Imagine if
one.
Jenner Jordan saw that. Like, do you get mad? Like, a girl just sent you a dick pic.
Confused.
How does that work? Like,
I met her in Thailand. It was weird. It was a strange time in my life. I didn't know what was going on.
would you get mad if a guy sent Jordan a picture of boobs?
I don't even. I can't do that math.
I know.
Yeah, I need an abacus to do
Jay's
that math.
twitching right now thinking
I
about
said a
that.
seizure.
An abacus.
Yeah, I don't even know what that-
I believe that
You know,
you
it's
have
a
an
good
abacus
show when we're
at
talking
home.
about abacuses.
Yeah, right, guys?
Abaci.
Abaci. Okay, and number one, if you've ever deleted text messages sent to an ex from your phone.
What do you mean deleted?
Yeah,
Like if
explain
you
that
messages
one.
all
if
the
you've
time.
ever like if you've ever had to delete like a text conversation to make sure like no like your current significant other doesn't see it on your phone.
No, I mean I've gotten like a happy birthday, happy birthday.
And you didn't
That's not
delete
a-
it.
Oh, I delete, but that's like I delete all my. 'cause I
You
don't-
deleted it.
because I have shitty storage on my phone, so I delete everything.
Yeah, we
to-
use a
so I
storage
can-
issue because
Is that-
I don't know what's going
Yeah.
on with the cloud right now. In my situation, I have to pay $10 extra every month because my wife uses too much of my storage.
I know. Right?
So yeah, I have to delete a lot of shit.
Look, okay,
Like-
classic guy answer. Drink. Actually, no. Yeah, drink.
All right,
you
we
delete.
drank.
Okay.
Tough start to this game.
Yeah.
Tough start.
Guys, they're not all gems, okay? Gone on a Twitter rant at 3 a.m.
I did that yesterday. But
You're gonna be out of wine by like the third
When you run
question.
out of wine, you have to eat a
You know
chip
why I did
every
it?
time.
Oh,
It's
that's a
true.
great one.
I
I'll
like
do
that,
anyway.
right?
Because
I-
these stupid fucking restaurants where you have to order at the fucking counter.
What? Oh, I hate that. I've left restaurants because of that. Right? I want
went to
someone
2
to
in
take
the last
care of
3
me.
friggin' days.
It's
There's
the
more of you than I
worst.
thought. I hear people bitching about that a lot.
What happens if us three go out to Hop Dotty? Great burger, okay?
Yeah.
We want to sit and have a drink, maybe even 2, before we order our food. We can't do that.
Because we've already ordered at a
It's the worst.
counter.
It's the worst.
I hate it.
And then they
Okay.
want a tip.
I support that. Okay. Have you ever?
You don't go on Twitter, Rand.
Nah, I don't really go on
You
Twitter.
unload on every once in a while. I'll jump on a Twitter, And I'll go to our Mostly Sports. I'm like, Jesus, Jay just lit up this guy for something with the NBA. Yeah, so you do.
Well,
You do.
That's more like 3 p.m., not
Dude, one
3
chip.
a.m.
Eat one chip at a time.
They're really good, though.
I know. They
Well,
are.
in case we haven't figured this
My
out,
bad.
these questions
What about you?
are like pertaining to like certain things about Trump and Clinton, and then there's like random like NFL things thrown in there.
What
Okay.
about you? You got to answer your own
I've
questions,
never gone
lady.
on a Twitter rant at 3 a.m. I haven't.
Put
I've
it on your
quoted.
list?
I have annoying ones though. I'll like quote like Missy Elliott at 3 a.m.
That's better than going on a Trump rant at 3 a.m.
I get like very like motivational and sentimental and like
What was the quote?
career driven at 3 a.m. Just, is it worth it? Let me work it.
Put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
Thank you.
There it is. There we go.
That was a good
You would have got a
handoff.
retweet from me.
Right?
I
You would have.
If I was up at 3:30, I went saw it. I'd be like, yeah, all right.
I feel you, girl. Just me and the Coppola and the Missy Elliott quotes.
Coppola.
Okay. Have you ever copy and pasted a speech in high school?
Copy and
old.
pasting was not an option. Yeah. I mean, I think I told the story. My brother gave me one of his papers that he had written about the Soviet Union before the Cold War ended, and I used it after the Cold War was over. So that's the same thing as copy and pasting.
That's
It's
it.
the
That is.
90s version of that.
Yeah, and I got enough.
I handed in a
Good for me.
paper in a sports management class on Title IX in women's equality in sports. My teacher was not buying it.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's a good effort though.
Good paper. I
I'm
just
proud
didn't
of
write it.
you. It happened a lot with me. I can't even give specifics. I was too busy memorizing lines and making up dances.
Perfect.
So that was a Melania Trump reference, if anyone was wondering.
I like how it's still political.
It's still political. Okay.
Back open, minus 900 still. Go ahead.
Okay. Drink if you think your significant other would be the best fact checker ever.
Best fact checker. Explain that to me.
I know it was all in caps. If
Yeah.
you couldn't get that from her tone.
The fact checker when like the first debate when
Like
Or
fact
be
check
like,
like my life or
Like Megyn
just
Kelly?
anything.
Anything.
Basically, I'm saying like your significant other can just
Yeah.
research anything and find out.
oh my god,
anything.
Oh, yeah.
wizard,
That's what that
Yeah,
means.
okay.
fucking super wizard,
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So drink
she's amazing.
or eat a chip.
I'm eating.
He's eating all
She's
the
so
chips.
good. I'm gonna eat 7 chips.
Exactly.
Just take it back.
Yeah.
Jay can never do wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, Jen's with that. If I'm like, hey, what was that thing? Like, it was like kind of blue that I wanted to buy the other day. She's like, you mean this? Like, yeah.
Boom.
Okay. There you go.
Okay. Eaten a taco bowl before.
Like,
Yeah.
immediately.
What kind of tangent did you just go on? Taco, is that a Trump thing?
That's a Trump thing. And then the next, there's a two-part.
Oh, yeah. With
Took a
okay.
selfie eating a taco bowl on Cinco de Mayo and posted it on Twitter and declared, "Do you love Hispanics?" Has anyone done that?
I've
Never
thought
done that.
I've never actually done it.
No.
That's gonna be a thing next year, though.
It is.
Guaranteed.
I'm surprised that's not a Halloween
If
costume.
we're still here next year.
If-
Halloween costume. I like that.
I know, right?
Like a selfie stick,
Yeah,
a taco bowl.
Taco bowl. I love Hispanics. You're welcome. Grabbed a pussycat. I had to. That's so bad. It's so bad. It's good.
Yes. We'll
Yes.
just leave it at that.
Okay. Claimed that you could make the New York Jets great again.
Every day up until 6 months ago, and I denounced them,
Oh,
but I can still say it.
you can
Yeah, of
still
course.
say it. I'm proud of you.
Absolutely.
Impossible.
Gotten into a fight with girlfriend and repeated, "I never said that," at least 3 times.
Yeah.
Every fight.
Every.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys are more and more like Trump.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, these are Trump questions.
yeah, these are all Trump. He said, "I never said that."
That was one of his whole speeches.
That was
It
his
I never said that.
entire second debate speech.
Dude, that was a really good Trump impersonation. Do that again.
Yeah?
Never
Do it again.
I don't know what I just did.
This is horrible. This is horrible. These people.
Okay.
That was good.
Have
That was
been,
good too.
yeah.
4 years, dude.
Look
We
at
got stuff
that.
for the next 4 years.
Boom.
Yeah.
Mexican Mike and Trump in the same room.
Oh my God.
Holy shit!
Have you ever heard? So, like, we
taking
have
this on the road.
we have a recurring character on the show called Mexican Mike.
What?
Yeah, I said
I-
something once, and he was like, "Up, Mexican Mike."
I want.
He said something. He sounded like I was like, who, like you were like Mexican Mike, and he's like, what's that? I go, hey welcome to Mostly Sports, man. He's Mexican Mike.
I want to hear it.
I can't believe. Well, this is it.
Mexican
I
Mike.
do it. He
Oh,
doesn't
you
do
do
it.
it.
I do
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't believe Trump's gonna win, man. I'm climbing the wall so I can go on the show in LA, man. Mexican Mike out.
Yeah,
There it is.
and then McConaughey comes in.
All right, man.
Do it.
Good day.
Hey,
Hey, man, just enjoying these Lay's potato chips, man. I'm not sure I'll be able to take my shirt off at the beach next week, man. But I'll tell you what, these lays are damn tasty. Man.
And we found out tonight he could also do Bill Clinton. Just do the same one.
It's basically the same voice, man. Eating some chips, man. Did not have sexual relations with that bag of Lay's potato chips.
But I'm thinking about it.
Be a lot cooler if you did.
Oh my God, Jay, my face hurts. You're on another level. Is there, to get into those accents, are there certain like words you need to use or like a certain sentence you need to say to get into it? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like,
No.
when I do accents, there's certain things like when I do Britney Spears, for some reason, I do a line from Oops, I Did It Again. And but I thought the old lady dropped it into the ocean in the end. Like, that's the only thing that can
really
get me.
good.
Yeah, thank you.
And one of you guys say, what does he say? Like, I went down and got it for you? Yeah.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Wait, is that really the line? You knew
Yeah,
that?
I remember that.
Dude,
Yeah.
You have a secret fucking life. You have a secret life that you don't fucking let people
You remember
behind.
that? Because I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Stupid.
And it stuck in my head.
Stupid.
Yeah.
You know things that you don't let on.
He knows a lot.
What else do
of
you think I know?
things.
He does, he isn't. Well,
I
ahead.
know things. Okay, let's see. Let's skip some of these. Thinks we should build a wall in Los Feliz to keep the hipsters out of Los Angeles.
Give me a whole bag of
Done.
chips.
Done.
Done and done.
Right.
This is coming from a guy who leaves the West Side once in like a month.
Yeah.
a
No
week,
hip.
actually.
Well, dude, I live near fucking Venice. I lived on Abbot Kinney. I paid my hipster dues, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
God.
I've had more people in beanies make me fucking sandwiches than I care to ever have happen again. All right.
We got 1 minute left.
Very
Oh my
apathetic.
God.
by the way.
Okay, two more. Have been told you're fired.
You're fired.
I've been fired.
I've been fired.
Yeah, I've been
Oh.
fired.
Yeah. Mine was from a
You're
cancer
fired.
research
Have you
facility.
actually
Oh,
been
wow.
told you're fired, though?
Yes.
Like if you had someone say you're fired?
Yes, I had an
fired.
alcoholic manager at La Scala, and I got fired because I went to.
You worked at La Scala?
Yes, 8 years ago.
I'd like to see her resume. Bring her resume next week. You're not hired just yet.
I just want to see you behind the bar, like dealing
No.
with a pain in the ass customer.
Oh, it's really
La
bad.
Scala. Jen's
I've-
obsessed with the salad there.
Yeah, it's really good. The chopped salad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got fired because I went to Mario Lopez's house.
Oh my God. Does he live in like a little house like the
No, he was
Derek Zoolander School for Ants?
Can't read
Like
good.
who
This
can't
was
read good?
before he was
This is
married.
School for ants.
No, he
Needs
was
to be
renting
at least
Christina
3 times as
Aguilera's.
Oh wow, another giant.
All right, we got to wrap it up.
Cool.
Jackie, thanks so much for coming on.
Yes. thank
Final
you.
numbers are Trump off the board. He was minus 900.
Now
Looks
it's
like
just
he's
off
gonna
the
take
board?
it. Oh my God, yeah, off the board.
Wow.
Wow.
Everybody
Wow.
be careful out there.
Michigan, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, too early to call, but Trump is up right now. 23 electoral votes. Anyway,
16 short right now.
Wow. Whoa.
thank you, Jackie. Welcome.
Jackie, great work.
Anytime.
Awesome
You're
job.
great.
And
You guys are the best. Come to the Comedy Store next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Belly Room. Joe
Mike,
Rogan,
decent job by you.
Nick Youssef, Jaclyn
You
Marfugi.
Done.
All right,
Done.
that's
You
it.
guys are the best.
See you next
Follow
week.
In the future, talk radio will actually educate, inspire, and make you think. The future is now. Topics and music that affect your life from Universal Broadcasting Network. Tune in at ubnradio.com.